Hello again and welcome to another Warhammer 40k Mordy and Glory battle report. In today's episode we find the forces of Nurgle taking on the Imperial Guard. Both players are bringing rather unique lists to this battle. The Death Guard are bringing a horde of Plague Marines to try and overwhelm the Imperial Guard guns with their numbers and their toughness. And the Imperial Guard have turned up with a bunch of close combat power. It's going to be Nurgle's Rot versus Kathachan's Fist. But without further ado, let's crack on and dive straight into the army lists. And here we have 2,000 points of Imperial Guard. And today we are doing things right. We are running the full army of Rambo. That is correct. It is going to be the Kathachan Jungle Fighters today. And when I say Kathachan Jungle Fighters, I've not just chucked a character in there and then gone for Born Soldiers and try-harded it all the way. No, sir. Naturally, upon spotting the jungle, I advance, sir. That's my style. We have gone full Kathachan Jungle Fighters. We've got all the characters, the regimental doctrines, and of course, the right attitude as well. So starting the list off, we have got a 2,000 point army, and it is all fitting inside a single Arcs of Omen detachment. For the regimental doctrines, I've not gone Born Soldiers. Instead, we have gone for the true Kathachan set. We've gone for brutal strength, giving us an extra strength in the first round of combat, and it means that we can move and shoot with heavy weapons with no penalty. And we have also gone for veteran guerrillas, which means when we are within 18 inches of the enemy, they will not receive the benefits of cover. Okay, so now let's get into the units themselves. Starting off on the right flank, we have got the characters and HQ choices. We have got the man, the myth, the legend himself, Colonel Iron Hand Strachan. He is going to be leading the force today. He is my warlord, and I have paid a CP for his warlord trait. He has got frontline combatant, and that makes an absolute beast in combat. Honestly, I cannot wait to unveil how good this guy is at chopping people up. There is a chance, I'm not going to say it's likely, but statistically there is a chance, however improbable, that this Strachan, with this loadout, can defeat Angron in a single round of combat. Sadly, we're not facing Angron today. We are facing off against the forces of Nurgle. But still, you're telling me there is a chance. We have then got Marbo. He's not an HQ choice. He is an elite choice, Sly Marbo. And he's just got what he comes with, 50 points of pure badass. And then, of course, we have got the worst character in the New Guard book, Sergeant Harker. He is basically a 40-point heavy bolter. Although he does have some interesting options as well. Like he can give one squad reroll ones to hit for the game. And he can also order around Kathachan Jungle Fighters squads. So he might have a bit more play in this list. We then got a couple more HQ choices. We've got 2 command squads. We have got double Dreadnought, baby. That is right. I thought, you know what? 1 Dreadnought, not enough. We've had 1, but have we had 2nd Dreadnought? For those that don't know, the Dreadnought is where you build an almost unkillable command squad. And how you do that is you take one of these squads. This one here is going to be the Cadian command squad. I know Cadian, but I need to do it that way so I can do the Dreadnought trick. So he will just cross out the word Cadian. Just imagine this is a Kathachan command squad. That allows me to spend a CP on them to give them Cadian stands, which gives them transhuman, and then they can all hide behind the Deadard Ogre bodyguard who's got his Bulgrin, Maul, and Shield. The rest of the squad has got, the officer's got a power sword and bolt pistol. We've got a medic in there. We've got a Master Vox, a regiment standard, and the drummer guy today is going to represent a veteran with power sword and bolt pistol because that's free as well. So there we go. We've then got another command squad, and this time they've got exactly the same loadout. So this is a platoon command squad. We didn't want to go double Caden Heresy. The officer's got a bolter and power sword. And then everyone else in the squad, because it's a platoon command squad, they can all take las pistol and chainsaw. So they're actually putting out quite a lot of attacks. There's no big bullshit banner today because I've put 2 relics in these squads already. The officer in this squad has got the Death Mask of Alonius Pius, giving the full squad a 4+ invulnerable save. And the officer in this squad has got the Order of the Bastium Stellaris, which means that his entire squad has got transhuman permanently the whole time. So this squad is so between them they can both be transhuman, 4 invulnerable save, 5% no pain, and just generally really, really difficult to shift. So I don't know if it's going to work, but it's a hell of a lot of fun, and we might actually be able to play in combat for once, which does seem to be what the Catachans like to do. The rest of the list is pretty straightforward. We've got 5 squads of infantry, each one with a heavy bolter and a melter gun. No plasma here, sir. No, we are not Cadians. Well, apart from those guys said, no, we are not Cadians. Plasma is for those heretical Cadians. We are Catachans. We love our melter, and you can't go wrong with some heavy bolters as well. We've then got 6 squads of Catachan jungle fighters. I am actually using the jungle fighter rules, guys. Every squad has got a Vox caster and double flamer. I know some of you will be saying, but Morning Glory, I thought you couldn't take 2 of the same special weapon in a squad anymore. That is just for those virgin Kriegers and Cadians. The Shad Catachans can still take double special weapon. The thing is, the only special weapon they can take is flamers. So wouldn't get too big for your britches, Mr. Catachan players, because it's a weird flex. Let's put it that way. We've then got 5 rattling snipers. I know, please get off the floor, rattling snipers. I know, whoever takes them. We've included them because, well, basically, I thought it'd be funny. But secondly, rattlings have kind of been dismissed by everyone, including me, as being a relatively unuseful unit. And I actually just want to take them and try them out and see if they are terrible. We've just gone for the 1 squad for now, just to give it a go, see if they have any play. But yeah, I thought I'd just give it a go. We've then got a Hellhound, and this Hellhound's got a chem cannon. I thought, if we're going to be doing the Vietnam theme, can't go wrong with well, you can go wrong, obviously it's horrendous, but you can't go wrong with the theme of having a tank going around spewing Agent Orange everywhere. And then we've also got 4 Lehman Russes. Now, the guy poking out the top of this Lehman Russ is going to be a tank commander. He is going to be equipped with Gatekeeper, a las cannon, and 2 heavy bolters. And then we've got 2 other Lehman Russes, both El Clasico, with battle cannons, las cannons, and heavy bolters. And then we've got another Lehman Russ, another Catachan favourite. We have gone for the Exterminator with triple heavy bolter. Not necessarily the best loadout, but one of my favourites. I genuinely love Exterminators in the new book. I just feel they're so consistent. They've got so much DACA. It's a lot of damage to be spewing out. And at the end of the day, like I said, it is a Catachan favourite. So there we go. So overall, that is the army. I hope you guys will agree that it is both memey and dreamy, because we've got our nice infantry corps and we've got a decent amount of tanks. And we've actually got some weird combat potential in here as well. I'm calling it now. Strachan is going to single-handedly duel every enemy character and beat them. That's it. It's going to happen. Yeah. There you go. Would you like to concede now, Tom? You've seen that. I've got a fully operational.
Fighting the enemy, sir. I conceded. That's
there you go. Tower player, I see. Yeah, this fully operational Strachan is going to take some heads. But without further ado, let's see what heads he's going to take, and we'll go over to the Death Guard. And here we have 2,000 points of nurgly goodness. Tom is back to running his route. He has become Traitor Tom once again. It is Toxic the Death Guard. Toxic Tom. No, you're not playing Votan today, so it's okay. So you are running the Death Guard. Did I say your Death Guard? Yes. It's actually a mixture of Death Guard, isn't it?
Yes.
Some of it's my Death Guard.
Yes.
See, those that don't know, we have a Death Guard channel, Death Guard army building up in the background of the channel, and we thought, you know what, we can't wait any longer. We need to get some of these fantastic models out here. So we've mixed some of my Plague Marines.
It wasn't that we couldn't wait any longer. It's the fact that I was like, I want to run Plague Marines, and you're like, you can use mine. And I was like, thank you.
Because you only have like 14 Plague Marines yourself, don't you? So.
I have about 120 Poxwalkers, but I don't have Plague Marines, and my Death Guard army died when the Terminus S got deleted. So
big rip.
Big
rip.
Yeah.
That's just classic GW. Let's release something really fun, get loads of people to buy it and get into it, and then delete it. Moving on! So, Tom, do you want to take us through this list today?
Yeah, it's going to be rapid fire because this is a really simple list. So, in front of you is 60 Plague Marines, and all of them have goodies in their units, so I'm not going to run you through them all, otherwise we'll be here for 2 hours running through them.
But they're completely WYSIWYG.
Yeah, everything's WYSIWYG, so plasma is a plasma, belch is a belter, bolter's a bolter. And the dudes with the banner at the back, I'm classing them as having the icons of decay. So
nice.
If you're with within me during your morale phase on a 4+.
Within you? Oh my, I didn't realize it was a Slaaneshi army.
Yes, I am within you, sir.
My God.
So yeah, that's the infantry corps.
So just to assure people,
yes,
we have tried to take as many free upgrades as possible.
Yes.
There may be 1 or 2 squads that are lacking a plague sword here and a blight launcher there, but by and large, most of these squads are pretty well decked out. Like, so there might be 1 or 2 that are slightly under, but the rest of them should have as much free war gauge.
And the sergeants, I will say, the sergeants with the swords in the units, which you can see, they'll probably just we'll class it as a
it's the plague sword,
bubonic axe or something.
I don't want to give them plague swords and panzer pistols.
Oh, is it okay? That's what we're running on.
It's a bloody sword, Tom. Does it look like an axe?
It's a
Jesus
bloody sword.
Christ.
Well, it's an axe.
Toxic Tom. He's modelling for advantage. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Then at the back, we'll go to the very back, because I'm awkward.
Making a sandwich of this list, front, back, and middle.
Got 60 poxwalkers because
nice.
I was going to run a couple of plague burst crawlers, but I was like,
he got them out and he was just looking at them. And I just had this really dejected look on his face. And I was like, Tom, you don't have to run the plague burst crawlers. And he's like, yeah, but I was talking to a mate about them and he thinks they're all right. I went, Tom, you don't have to run the plague burst crawlers. I was like, how many poxwalkers could you get instead? And his little face lit up. I mentioned poxwalkers. He's like, oh, I could get 60. It's like, there you go. He said, once more, nature is healing. Or decaying in this case.
So 60 poxwalkers, all with improvised weapons, really nice. They're just a chaff unit, which I think is like the best unit in the Death Guard, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then moving on to the elites, and I'll do the HQs last. I've got the blessed number of 7 Blight Lord Terminators, 1 with a plague launcher, 1 with a plague belcher, which is the flamer, and then the leader has a plague flamer belcher thing.
Plague spewer combi weapon?
Yes, that's it. Plague combi weapon.
You know, I don't play Death Guard.
You know what I'm like with names? I call this the plague skull of Goliath or the plague skull of Gallipoli. So, you know. And then moving on to the HQs, I have my warlord in the centre, which is the Lord of Virulence. He has the Fulgaris helm relic, which is 3 inches to your aura abilities, and then his warlord trait.
That gives him like a 9-inch or a 12-inch or respectively, doesn't it? Nice.
And then he's got Arch Contaminator, which it means that a unit within 6 of him, which will be 9, can re-roll the wound roll in combat and the wound roll of their plague weapons. So it'll be re-roll ones to hit and re-roll in the wounds. So
my God.
My God.
Mother of God.
Mother of God. And then on the right, I've just got a plague surgeon.
Well, you're running this many infantry, might as well feel no pain, am I right?
Just going to give him a 6 up, feel the pain, might as well.
And I don't have the big bullshit banner today.
I know, it's a miracle.
I feel naked without it. I need to be clad in it.
And then on the left, I have a
sorcerer.
Malignant Plaguecaster. Sorcerer. Malignant Plaguecaster. He has...
what sorcery is this?
He's going to give Miasma of Pestilence and Putrescent Vitality, because whenever you've not seen me run that on the Plaguecaster.
That's true. We'll start going for like D&D. We'll call him a warlock.
He's a warlock.
Got to take a look at these warlocks.
But that's what he's going to do. He's probably actually not going to cast them abilities, because he's going to be doing like War Ritual or something, maybe. I'm not too sure yet. But you just take him on him, because Putrescent Vitality and Miasma of Pestilence are the best abilities. Everything else is a bit poo.
Appropriate for your rather pooey themed army.
Yes, but that is the army. That's 2,000 points. I've got more infantry than Mordian today.
We have exactly the same.
No, we don't. You have 5 Ratlins. That's half men.
Also, I've got 27.5 127.5 infantry, and you've got 130.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm actually really interested about how this game's going to go, because I have had dreams of running lots and lots of Plague Marines and stuff. That's how I'm building my Plague Marine army up. I'm going to have, when all said and done, I will have 200 Plague Marine models, because fuck yo magnets, I'm just going to buy all the weapon options. Also, I want to run a thumb as a 30k army, so I need to have lots of tactical marines for that. Okay. So there's actually reasons. It's not just like a weird flex.
We can have a 30k off. I'll run my word bearers.
There you go. Fucking virgin word bearers. Chad Plague Marines all the way, man. But I'm also really excited about this, because I actually really like the theme of the army. I was a little worried that us mixing and matching the models might not look as good, but I actually think the theme works really, really well. My thinking is that there's either 2 scenarios that have happened here. Either these guys, it's the very beginning of the heresy sort of it, or just after the heresy, and there's still a lot of Death Guard that haven't gone full Nurgle yet. They're fully on Team Nurgle, they've just not started rotting yet, and so you've got a few people scattered in that have made the full journey, and some that are still on the way. Or it's an idea of like these guys just popped out of the warp, because the warp's weird, right? They fled Terra 10,000 years ago. Yeah. And they popped out and they're like, oh well, yeah, we still hate the Imperium. Obviously things have moved on a little bit, but we're only at the beginning of the journey when we went into the warp. So either way, it's kind of cool.
They have to earn the blessing from Nurgle. So.
Exactly. And these are all 30k Death Guard colours combined with 40k Death Guard colours, and it's all green and smelly and great, and this all just works. All of this just works. 16 times the plague, 4 times the rot. There we go. Todd, Plague Surgeon Howard there. Now, without further ado, before we before we devolve into any further degeneracy, let's go over to the field of battle after deployment. And here we have the field of battle after deployment. The Imperial Guard forming 2 distinct castles, infantry and armour mutually supporting them. And of course, Strachan in the centre, ready to chop his way to victory.
Your lines, sir, are cowards, sir.
They are not
they
cowards.
They do not advance in lines, sir, like good regiments should, sir.
Well, speaking of...
march forward in lines, sir.
Speaking of which...
do their duty as they should, sir. I will march them till they drop, sir.
He's gone mad. Are you sure you don't want to play the guard, man? I got enough. We can just refilm the beginning. Guard.
Guarders anywhere come, sir. They're deaf guards.
Oh, yes.
They're brutes, but they're my brutes, sir.
Send me your scum. I will turn them into an army.
They can shoot 3 rounds a minute, sir.
4 rounds a minute?
3 rounds.
Yeah.
Not that good.
Not that good. Yes, the rot makes it a bit slippery. So you have to, speaking of which, sharp references aside for a moment. Never really aside, but there we go. We have got a lot of Death Guard. It is very cool when you get to face off against a Horde army. It is rare that I am outnumbered, and I'm outnumbered by Astartes. So it's actually quite hefty.
Can you imagine just some guards? It's like, how many Bobby guards there? 100. How many have they got there? 100. It's like, fuck. You can kill 1.
Yeah. Make sure, disregard Gaunt's orders, set those Lascars to full charge. So really, really cool, though. It is brilliant just seeing the lines upon lines upon lines of Death Guard. This is absolutely the way I want to run my Death Guard army. In fact, I may have to borrow your Poxwalkers off you at some point, so when I go to an event, I can actually use them. Or maybe I will use this army next week and you use the Guard. Flip it around, maybe, who knows. But it does look really, really cool. I would say serried ranks, but we'll say smelly ranks of the Death Guard just formed up into Legion-style phalanxes. Of course, these are 30k guys, aren't they? So they're just used to marching in their legions, in their phalanxes. They're not as decrepit as their brothers who have fled to the Eye of Terror, Nursa. So it's 2 armies that are going to march towards each other. We have got one, which is heedless of the casualties, marching inexorably forward, and the other one is the Death Guard. I love making that joke. Now, that's deployment. What mission are we playing today? We are playing Recover the Relics. That is a 6 objective mission, and as you can see, we've got the objectives out here. We've got 4 in No Man's Land, and both players have got 1 in each of their deployment zones. Now, you can only score command points. You can only regain your command points if you hold an objective that is in the enemy's territory or in no man's land, which means that normally, traditionally, you do not get a victory point turn 1. Unless you brought some halfling chefs that like to shoot sniper rifles. Vindication! The Rattlings are the current best unit in the Guard Codex. They've just gave me a CP in this one mission. Absolutely fantastic.
They just lit a fire and the sergeants went, "Put it out, you fools! Put it out!"
They're like, well, we've had... I get the reference. We've got a bit of sausage, Mr. Frodo, a bit of bacon.
Put it out, you fools! What are you doing? Put it out.
I will actually get a command point there, which is pretty cool. In terms of the secondaries, I have gone for boots, inflexible, and banners, because they I'm misspeaking all the time today. Those are the Guard standard secondaries, and this is a standard issue Guard army, sir. So there we go. And the Death Guard have gone for
Spread the sickness.
Boo.
Warp ritual.
Boo.
And fleeing vectors.
Boo. Why are we taking fleeing vectors? You know my men will never flee.
True.
These are Mordians who are full of friends on and roid rage, and they're not going to run away.
Friends on.
Friends on. It's like frenzy on. So it's a genuine Warhammer drug. So there we go. So that is the mission. That is secondary. That's deployment. Now we have only one thing to do, to see who is going to go first.
Would you like to go first?
It's not the right clip, Tom. You're going to have to try.
Oh, there's it.
Nah, I'll let you have it. Go on, pass me a dice. Pass me a dice.
I'll let you roll one of them.
I'm not rolling one of your dice. Pass me a dice.
Oh, damn you, sir. Why, have you cooked them this morning? So?
Yeah, of course, always. Cooked with a C and a U. There you go.
One, sir.
Oh,
no! The battle of the dice again,
oh,
sir. This is
God.
on the road.
Hey! I don't know if I wanted first or second. But there you go. One thing I will mention just before we get to your inexorably long movement phase, unless you just like shove them forward like General Haig with a stick. Marbo's in reserve. Yes. Just to let you know, I declared that off map.
And also, guys, I am Harbingers. I always forget to say which play company.
Oh yes, I made the effort to remember at the beginning of the list, and Tom was like, "Not my style, sir." I always introduce the army faction traits in the middle of the battle report, sir. That's my style.
I don't even use the stratagem that they get, so it's like, whatever.
Just gone for Harbingers. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, we'll be back with Death Guard, movement and command phase. Turn 1. Upon sight of the enemy, the Death Guard have advanced, sir. That is their style, sir. And they literally have advanced. You advanced every single unit in your army, didn't you? Your command phase. Well, we'll get to that in just a moment.
Drive them, sir. Drive them.
They will march until they drop. And in this Death Guard's case, they will never drop, so they will just march forever. So, long story short, Tom has had a very quick turn 1, because basically you have moved and advanced with everything. You've got your 10-man, you've got Poxwalkers here, a couple of 20-mans in the centre, Plague Marines all over the place, and you have just managed to successfully dogpile. I mean, that is what, like 60 Plague Marines on one objective? Ugh, grim. 40 Plague Marines on one objective, I should say. So it's a lot of meat into the grinder. So if you've got a couple of lucky advances, you've got a few 2s, a few 5s and 6s in there as well. So you definitely got to do some decent advances, and you have left but one squad behind.
But one
to hold the objective, and imagine to maybe spread some sickness.
Yes.
Maybe, but also prime Marbo fodder there. Prime Marbo bait. We shall see if the one-man army decides to go against them.
Relinquish his honour just to take out a measly 10 Poxwalkers.
I mean, the guy skulks around in bushes and shit. I don't think he's particularly honourable. You know, he has a special rule called.
That's my shrubbery.
He has a special rule called loner. So he's clearly just he's just there. Like he's the OG Sigma male. That's what he is. So that was your movement phase, and. You did something in your command phase, didn't you, Tom? Something that I don't think anyone in the history of Death Guard has ever done before.
No. And if you notice, dear viewers, I'm running a Lord of Virulence today. And he's got one stratagem in the book, which normally costs 4 CP, but it costs 2 CP less if you're running the Lord of Virulence, and it's called Blight Bombardment. It's like a little Death Strike missile that you can put 2 CP. And Tim was like, is it worth it? And I was like, well, I've got nothing else to spend my CP on, so I might as well just...
So it's literally, guys, how it works is you place a marker down on the board. You can do it once per game. You place a marker down on the board, and at the beginning of your next command phase, any units that are within 6 inches of it on a 2+ take D3 mortal wounds. And if they're infantry... Yeah. Then it's 5 always...
or 6, it's D6 mortal wounds.
Yeah. And then is it on a... It's on a 6... It's on a 6 and against them. Yeah. So basically, it does some mortal wounds. Yeah. It's kind of like the Massive Ordnance's ability, a bit like a Death Strike. It's cool. I've never seen it before. So Tom, being, a try-hard whacker player, slapped it straight on a fucking objective.
Do you know what? If there's anything you can cut after my springing of the
You are toxic, Tom. You are toxic, Tom. Yeah, that was one of my favourite comments. I can't remember who said it now, but whoever you are, you'll know who you are. Last week on the Gene Cynical Battle Report, someone left a comment saying, "Colonel, explain how you lost half of your command." Well, naturally, sir, upon sight of the enemy, I advance, sir. Even if the enemy is in ambush. Of course, sir. The best way to clear an ambush is to spring it, sir. And it's just like, oh, God, Tom. Oh, God. Very true. And that's your style. Your style is, upon starting the game, sir, I advance. That's my style, sir. It's brilliant. So, every fucking game.
Table, that's what
every fucking game he just charges me down. You really need to be collecting like orcs and stuff, man. You need to be doing it. Okay, so that is your first turn. You have a psychic phase though, very quickly, don't you? Do you know what you're doing?
Yes, so that front squad of Plague Marines there is going to get...
This one here?
Yes, it's going to get Miasma, Pestilence, and...
What's from this guy here?
Putrescent Vitality.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
the word I'm looking for.
Go on then, which one first?
Miasma. Goes off. So that's Plague Marines done, and then the Putrescent Vitality on the Plague Marines as well.
Yes.
Goes off as well.
So there you go. We'll put both of those cards. These Marines are super juiced up, and they are going to be pretty tough for me to deal with. Okay, my poor Ratlings might get killed. We'll have to see. But that is the first turn of Death Guard. We'll be back with Guard turn 1. We can't let these damn Death Guard have all the fun with the advancing. Forward, men, for the Emperor. Naturally, upon sighting the Death Guard, I advance, sir. That's my style. That quote is going to get old by the end. It's going to get old by the end, but it's so good. Basically, guys, end of guard, movement, command, and command phase turn 1. I was thinking about playing it quite cagey. I'll let Tom come forward. I'll get him on the turn 2. And I was like, this is goddamn Strachan leading this army. It's a goddamn one-man army here. We need to advance. And so that's what I did. I moved everyone forward and they had a great time. In terms of orders, pretty much everyone received take aim, apart from this one squad here, received move. So they could move 2 extra inches onto the objective and put a banner down. And the 2 squads over here didn't really have line of sight to anyone, so I gave them take cover, just in case Tom does some maneuvering and fire some bolt rounds into me. My tanks, I'd made a slight error in my deployment with my tanks, guys. What I should have done is had the tank commander here and this tank here, and then what that would have meant is I could have ordered gunners kill on sight to the tank in the middle, and it would have spread on through the 2. As it is, this tank and this tank don't have orders because the tank commander obviously can't do it to himself. And so it's only these 2 tanks which received the orders, and they both received gunners kill on sight for the reroll ones to hit. I thought I'd point that out so that other people can learn from my mistake when they're doing their own deployment, and it's important to make sure that you're thinking about where your tank's actually going and not just chucking them down. Unless you Tom, of course, in which case you just chuck everything down. So there you go. There's 2 schools of thinking.
It's my style, sir.
Now, that's my movement. That's my command phase. Obviously, I do not have a psychic phase, so it's time to go straight into the shooting phase. My plan with the shooting is to try. I don't have huge ambitions because it's not a shooting army. There's no born soldiers. My plan is to try and kill these 10 poxwalkers here, and these 20 poxwalkers here. And if I achieve that, then I will have made a decent dent into you, and I need to wipe them out because if I don't, you'll start stringing forward onto objectives and making me the big sad. So there we go. Okie croaky. So we'll get some dice together and we'll start shooting. So we're going to start off with this Lehman Russ over here, and he's going to fire into those poxwalkers. As a tradition, guys, we'll start with the big stuff on camera, and we will do the various infantry smatterings off camera. Now, you are a 10-man squad, which means that I do actually need to roll for the number of shots that I'm going to be firing into you. Hey, that's not bad. So that will be 5 plus 3 for a total of 8 battle cannon shots. Now, I don't really have any other good angles with this tank, guys, so that's why he will go with him first. So you might as well get his shots out of the way. Every other tank's got some pretty decent angles. Now, those 6s mean nothing. They mean nothing to me. So that's just 2 hits, and that's a lot of misses. Oh, no, I'm not going over the dents. So it's just those 3 are going to miss. That's going to hit as well. And then we've got a couple of... Oh, no, and no rerolls. That was a lot of misses. Guys, by God, sir. Now, what's up for you? 4?
4.
So that is 3 wounds. Now, these will be big AP, and they're going to be 3 damage each. But you've lost... Yeah, you lost all 3. So 3 dead to start off with. And then we've got a laser cannon. It is a hit. A laser cannon. It is a wound. I'll see the damage, and then you can decide whether you want to... do you want to roll 6 on a page? You're just going to accept that Boxwalker has been obliterated. Very good.
Save 1.
So he's already died 5 times. And then we've got the heavy blotters. Oh, it feels weird not having born soldiers, man. Heavy blotters! Miss. I can't use ingrained precision. That was the bit when it hit me when I was like, oh god, I'm in big trouble.
Oh, God.
2 wounds, sir. So 2 feel no pains. If you pass any of these successfully, you'll have to re-roll them. No, 2 more dead. How many are...
There's 4 left, sir.
4 left, sir. Excellent. Well, we'll go on to the next tank. We'll let you remove those casualties, and we'll be back in a second. And the infantry decided to give them a volley, and we fired them all into the Poxwalkers, and we were actually able to finish them off. It did take these 3 infantry squads, and this infantry squad, and Harker, who's chilling out in there as well, to finish them off. Harker claiming his first kill ever.
First catch of the day, sir.
First catch day. I mean, imagine that's the first kill he's ever claimed in the whole of 9th edition in all the Imperial Guard army, because he's so terrible that no one ever runs him. So Harker has killed a Poxwalker. We're going to keep a tally over the course of the game and see if he manages.
Are like, shields up, too late.
Too late. Yeah, payback's just like he's there like, if it bleeds, we can kill it, and then he killed 1. So that was the little bits from this flank that we've done off camera. We're now going to go over to some of the other big boom shots that we want to do, and we're going to be firing those into these Poxwalkers over here, hopefully. We're now moving on to the Tank Commander with Gatekeeper. We are going to gatekeep this community from you newbie Death Guard players, and we're going to fire everything he's got into the big old unit of Poxwalkers back there. So starting off with Gatekeeper, I will get maximum shots because you have got 20 people in your squad.
Shields up.
And that is going to be, I have managed to somehow miss 4 times, but then I'm going to kill you on 2s. Excellent. So that is 5 dead. There will be 3 damage each. So you do get get to reroll both those 6s. Nope. So that is 5 dead. We've trimmed the fat a little bit there. And then we've got the laser cannon. Laser. It is a miss. And then we've got the heavy blotters. That will be 2 hits. No auto wounds today. No born soldiers. Undead. So he has killed 6 in total. Not a bad start. Let's continue on. In fact, let's go for this tank over here. He's going to do the exact same thing. Of course, he will be going across the dents, as they call it. Okay, so we have got the battle cannon. Okay, so miss, but he does get to reroll 1s, this chap. So we've got a couple of misses, a couple of rerolls, half decent conversion, and then we've got killing on 2s. So that will be 6 dead. They're 3 damage each, so you roll your feel no pains, but you're going to have to reroll any successful ones twice. Nope. So 6 have died. And then we have heavy bolters. We've managed to get 2 hits. So, 1 hit so far. Sorry, we are going across the dents. We do have a reroll in there. 1 hit. It is a wound, sir. A
single wound.
But a single wound. Okay, so he's dead. So that was what, 6 from the first tank commander, 6 from the second tank commander. We've got a laser cannon. Whoa. It is a hit. It is a wound. It is 5 damage. I do things by the book, sir. So that should be 13. Yeah, 13 dead. So there should be 7 left. Okay, not a bad showing at all. Although that is probably all of my long-range bombardment that I can realistically put into them. I might have a couple of infantry squads that can sneak some shots past that barricade there. So we'll give it a go, and we'll be back to see how many of those Poxwalkers have bitten the dust. It might seem like we're playing catch chance today, but apparently we've got some Mordian precision in there, because the infantry squad at the front here just went absolutely ballistic, literally ballistic skill on the Poxwalker squad there, and basically finished them off. I think they needed a bit of supporting fire to finish the last one off from this back squad here. But basically, this one squad just got all its hits, all its wounds. It's because it was near Strachan and it was near a command squad. So all those rerolls started kicking in, and they had take aim, and they weren't going over dents. So overall, it just meant that I was able to do a decent amount of damage to them. Now, that actually covers pretty much all of my firepower. The only thing I have left to do is this squad here, who's going to try and tickle those plague marines, but we'll do that off camera. And also the Exterminator. Can't go wrong with the Exterminator. So he's going to fire everything into those plague marines. Now, this is not an ideal target for him. I have slightly messed up my turn. He probably should have shot at something else, but here we are. And so the reason it's not an ideal target is he's only 2 damage, and you're going to reduce damage So there we go.
Give us a target, a visionary target, or name the system.
I'm naming the system. I'm naming it. Now they are -1 to hit, I believe, because of one of their spells. And what is the
toughness 6?
Okay, toughness 6. I do mind about that with the heavy bolters. I don't mind about it with my exterminator autocannon. Let's go, boys! Exterminator! Okay, he's done a damn fine work there. Major Exterminator Lehman Russ was a damn fine officer. Okay, he hasn't got the reroll though. And he's wounding you on 3s. Oh, no, yeah, there we go. Now it's -2. So 5 ups for you because there's no armor contempt anymore. And he has killed a single one because it's damage to... Ooh, you have killed one.
Killed one.
One whole Plague Marine has been slain, sir.
One Plague Marine.
We're then going to go for the Daka. Now, I did consider, by the way, guys, going for the suppressive fire order on him. But the thing is that Death Guard just ignore all movement modifier. Look at what he's doing. He's just piling his men up like an absolute degenerate.
It's bloody boxwalker.
It's so yeah. There's no point in doing -1, -2 movement modifiers on them because they just ignore it, don't they? Even if it's the cause of firepower, it's kind of cinematic. They wouldn't care about incoming fire, would they? Yeah, exactly. Heavy blotters. Now these normally would be really effective.
From Tropic Thunder, the plague surgeon behind him going, survive,
survive,
survive, and just getting riddled.
Can you imagine if he had ingrained precision? Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I am obviously not hitting on 4s, guys, because of that miasma and the fact that the Sponsons don't get turret weapon. I only do 1 wound to you. Your putrescent vitality or whatever it's called.
That wasn't in the trait.
It's a wound. It's a wound.
It's a 2.
It's 2, but it's 1 because of
Oh, is it?
Oh dear.
I'll redo it then. There we go. So he takes 1 damage.
It's just there like chucking dice and you're like, Tom! God damn it, sir! Okay, now, whilst we're here, just to wrap the turn up, we'll get one little bit of infantry shooting on camera, and we'll go for this squad here. We're going to just try and finish off that 1 wound Marine, basically. This squad has got take aim, so they will be hitting on 4s. We'll go for the heavy bolter first. Very good. Let's try with the reroll with Strachan being around. Yeah, we have managed to make a shot connect. We haven't wounded you because you're toughness 6. We've then got 7 lasgun shots. The blessed number.
The blessed.
Reroll the 1. Nope. Take out the 3s and stuff because they're misses because of the inbuilt -1. My god, sir, we've got a wound on you. Now this is a 3-up save. Excellent. And then it's just going to be 1, 2, 3 las rifles into the squad. And then that is the last few guys that I can see. 2 hits. They are definitely in range of Strachan. They're in the arrowhead formation. Advance in arrowhead formation, boys. There we go. The Flying V, the Mighty Ducks. Those are Harker's Hellraisers, that squad. You can tell because the guy leading them has got the shotgun. So they're actually the Mighty Ducks. They've been teleported forward. They're like, what's going on? Here's a las rifle. Go forward. Ooh. 1 wound. There's a command squad nearby for to take advantage of. 2 wounds. 2 wounds. Bring it down. Yes, because they don't have take aim. They went for take cover. Damn. Damn your eyes. Damn your britches. Damn, if only I had not gone for take cover. I'm taking something. Something's been taken. My sense of honor.
Your honor, sir.
Yes, there we go. That is guard turn 1. A bit of a longer turn than the Death Guard 1, but naturally your turn was basically just moving. But I think your turn 2 is probably going to be pretty impressive now. We will have to see. I'm okay with that. 3 banners raised, 30 Poxwalkers killed, 1 Plague Marine dealt with. There's only, 59 to go? That'll do. All right, we're back Death Guard turn 2.
If I keep making those losses, I'll be all right.
Yeah. Tom, please do something other than advance. Death Guard turn 2 has been incredibly quick because Tom is fully invoking the spirit of Sir Henry Simerson and Conrad von Hotzendorf. It's like, upon sight of the enemy, I will still advance. Do I still see them? Then I still advance. Simple as that.
Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes, sir. That's my motto, sir.
The bullet is a coward's weapon. The bayonet is the weapon of lions, sir. So, if you haven't guessed from that rather eccentric introduction to turn 2 for the Death Guard, Tom continued to advance with pretty much everything. There is a method in the madness. By advancing, well, I think there is. Maybe I am attributing to cleverness what is actually stupidity. But you've advanced everything because it means that next turn there's just nowhere for me to go. and whatever survives of your turn is just going to crash into me. And well, Plague Marines are... I managed to delete 30 Poxwalkers, but Plague Marines are a much tougher cookie. So it'll be interesting to see how many Plague Marines I'm actually able to deal with in my turn. Because if I don't deal with a serious chunk of them,
And you do forget, I do
I'm
have
in a
light
problem.
launchers which can fire after moving.
After assaulting?
Yes, assaulting. No, they've not assaulted anybody.
Advanced.
Advanced, isn't they?
Okay, I didn't realise that. So you are going to be doing some blight
Yeah,
launches.
so I've got like a Schmidt of a...
So when you said to me, I won't be shooting anything off camera, and I've just did a whole thing about you not doing any shooting. Well done!
It's like
Fucking-
5 plague launches or something like that. Maybe it's...
My name's Tom. I am a professional interested in working in filming and Warhammer 40k.
It's 5 shots or something like that. So...
Well, we're going to have to do it now, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Made a big deal out of it.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Anyone interested in working for Morning Glory, there may be a job opening soon. Oh, right. Basically, you have advanced and you have done your psychic phase, which is Warp Ritual, and you got it off. We should we do a little points summary at this point?
Yes.
So, end of my turn 1, I got 2 points for the mission Tertiary and 5 points of Flexible Command because I killed a unit whilst under the influence of orders.
And the mission Tertiary is kill a unit to a maximum of 3 units, then you get 4
Very good.
points.
And you got 8 points at the beginning of your turn 2 for primary because you had 3, but I'd managed to tow onto this objective.
Yep.
And
spread the sickness in the first turn, so I've got 3 points on my home objective.
you've done it again as well now on there.
And then I did Warp Ritual, so I've got another 4 points for Warp Ritual.
Very good. So points are fairly pequals at the moment, but you guys can see that they are ticking in nicely. Of course, I raised 3 banners, so I might get a nice triple banner point beginning of my turn too.
60 banner point.
May it last for the whole game.
And
We'll have to see.
you did lose 3 casualties over there.
Oh yes, the Blight Bombardment. Yes, Tom rolled a mighty 1 mortal wound. 1 mortal wound. And then he decided to get really fruity. 2 mortal wounds on that squad there. So that was 2 CP for 4 guardsmen dead.
Worth it, mate.
Absolutely worth it. Okay, so now that you've done your movement, your command,
CP
your
per
shooting,
guardsman.
we've done a little summary of the old points. We'll go into your shooting phase.
Yes.
So we are into the blistering Death Guard shooting phase. By blistering, I mean it is literally a blister that's about to pop and just ooze a bit of grimness onto me. Yeah, you have got 1, 2, 3 whole blight launchers. So we thought this is your only shooting. We might as well get it on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Absolutely incredible.
Absolutely fantastic. Amazing. Okay, here we go. So, Tom, where are you going to shoot your first mighty
This
Blightius Launcherius?
dude into that dude over there.
Into the flying V.
Into the flying V.
Okay, here you go. 2 shots. You might want to hit because of advancing, sir.
Yes.
Are you going in the big old tray, are you?
Yes, I'm going to go in the big old tray, imagine well. Yeah, so 2 shots from him. I'm re-rolling 1s and I'm re-rolling the wound roll because I'm within 9 of
Arch
9.
Contaminator.
There we go.
Well,
Two misses.
there's a 1 there,
there's
though.
one,
There is
actually.
1 there, though. But still a miss, though.
That's a miss, though.
Excellent.
And then
Next
the
Blight Launcher, same target.
Next guys, same target. Stay on target.
Excellent. 2 misses.
2 misses.
And the last
And
one.
the last one is going to go into the dudes that are in front of him.
These-
Is it the command squad?
This is Command Squad, sir. What's the strength
Can
of
I
a Blight
shoot
Launcher?
that command squad?
No. So you have to shoot the
I'll shoot the
Chimera,
Hellhound.
the Hellhound, yeah. Oh God! He's actually made
Got a
he's
hit.
made contact. He's only got and bloody wounded
That's a
me.
wound, yes.
AP.
AP minus 2, 2 damage. Sir.
I'm okay.
That's alright.
What a shooting phase! What a display of power! He's coming in with the steel chair. Oh wait, it's made of balsa wood instead. So that was your shooting phase. I did movement phase. I did command phase. I know some people watching this video are going to be thinking these Death Guard turns they're a bit short. Not much is happening. Trust me, it's all going to go down. Turn 3, 4, and 5 Death Guard. They're going to try and pin me in to here, and that will be where they try and achieve victory. We'll have to see though if that victory is assured.
Victory is assured.
Yes, well, we shall see if the madness of chaos pays off, or if the discipline and pure balls of the Catachans manages to save the day. We will be back with Guard Turn 2. It is at this time that most Guard commanders would be well advised to fight a tactical withdrawal, draw the enemy in, string them out for as long as possible, blast them from the field of battle, and go after victories turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. That is not what we are doing here. We have decided to meet the enemy's aggression with our valor and our faith in the Emperor. And we have moved forward and advanced with everyone. As you can see, the Catachan jungle fighters have moved forward. They are ready with Harker to unleash hell onto these plaguey Marini boys. The Catachan jungle fighters have received fixed bayonets. That's the order they received. Harker himself has done something mildly useful. Has gone for fixed bayonets. The infantry squads behind have received take aim. They received it from the command squad, and they were positioned in such a way that I could put it on this middle command squad at the beginning of my turn, and it spread out, middle infantry squad, and it spread out to here, and it also spread out to these two squads over here. Strachan ordered this squad to move, and this squad also to move. This allowed them to get a couple of... this squad moved the full 12 inches, this squad moved an extra 2 inches, and that allowed them to form a human shield. As you can see, there is now no place for the Death Guard to advance further than I want them to. They have been move blocked by the Hellhound. The Ratlings are even move blocking them in there, and they've stayed an inch away from the wall, so the Death Guard will have to go round, and they cannot fight them through the wall. I am channeling these Legionnaires into pre-prepared killing fields. We shall see if it works, or if they will simply just brush aside these mere mortal tactics in their turn. We'll have to find out. But that is my movement phase, sir. That's my command phase, sir. Now let us go into the shooting phase. Oh, wait, no, I forgot one thing. He's so stealthy. He's like fighting a shadow. It's like fighting a shadow.
Even you forgot about it.
Even I forgot. Marbo has come in here, and he is eyeing up them poxwalkers. He's ready to clap them cheeks. He's going to go in. With his envenom, he's going to clap them cheeks with his envenomed blade. Probably go to a doctor by that, Marbo. All right, let's go. In fact, let's go over to Marbo straight away. He's going to fire his Uzi into the poxwalkers. Let's get some dice together and let's do that right away. All right, let's get those Uzi dice ready. He fires 3 shots with his Ripper pistol. He hits on 2s. Naturally, he's got a 1. Excellent. And then he will wound you on 3s. It is strength 5 versus your toughness of 4. Any 6s will do a mortal wound in addition. He's totally gone and done it. So that is 1 mortal wound, 2 other wounds, and these are damage to each. So you're going to need to... Oh, you're going to insist upon using your own dice, sorry.
Yes,
okay, fine, very good.
You know,
very good. Make me do all the shaky camera stuff. Very good.
2 wounds on...
So 2 damage on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
He's dead. 2 damage on the second one. His hands are shaking. Dead. And then 1 mortal wound. Dead! He's killed. 3 whole poxwalkers have been obliterated by the Ripper pistol. Nice. That's not all. He is going to go... He's going to do the whole squad, I reckon.
Okay.
He's going to do the whole squad. We'll see.
Go for it.
We'll see. He can't do it yet. He is going to have to charge you, but he's going to try. He's going to do the whole squad eventually.
They're going to concussion grenade in, and then...
You wish. Tanglefoot this. Eat this! There we go. Okay, now let's go over to... That was just a bit of fun. Let's now go over to... I think we're going to have to start with the little stuff first. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do all the little shit over here first and see how many of those bastards die. And then that will determine where my battle cannons and stuff go. So we'll do all the million bee shots, bee stings off camera. And we're back in just a moment to see how many of those Plague Marines stand. And see how much I regret not giving them take aim. We'll find out in a moment. Take aim, men! Take aim! Pour it on them! Pour it on them! After all of the infantry fired, we did both infantry squads and we did all of the Catachans and Harker. We were able to reduce these Plague Marines down to a mere 4. Ripe for a bayonet charge, sir. Ripe for it. Interestingly, the 3 Catachan squads combined killed 2. And that was all right. But the thing is that I was kind of hoping for a bit more than that. And I definitely think if I'd had take aim on them, that I probably would have killed the other ones because the flames would have been a lot more effective and everything. Overall, though, the squads performed fine. Double flame was actually quite nice.
And if you had born soldiers?
Oh, God, if I had born soldiers, Jesus Christ. But yes, but we don't have those things. And then the 2 infantry squads here actually did really, really well. Each melter gun picked up a Plague Marine. And then the combined firepower from the heavy bolters and everything else was able to pick up a couple more. So not too bad, but each melter gun just hit, just wounded, just splattered. It was really, really nice. Sometimes you just can't go wrong with a good melter gun. Just AP -5, you ain't getting a save. Very good, very good. Now, in terms of, as they are ripe for a bayonet charge, the sensible thing to do now would be to use this lemurs, which I've specifically put here, to finish them off. But we're not going to do that, because that would be the sensible thing, and we're not here to be sensible. Instead, I'm going to put my laser cannon and my heavy bolters in there, just because I think they're the only things they're in range of, and the battle cannon is going to go over here into these poxwalkers. We've got to thin the herd. All right. Now, you may regrow them. You may do. But you may not regrow very many of them. So we'll have to see. So, honestly, guys, I probably shouldn't be battle cannoning them, but it's not as fun. So let's see what happens. Now, speaking of which, we'll do the heavy blotters first. Yes, heavy bolters. Yes, indubitably. So, we'll be hitting you on 4, sir. Okay, we've hit you 3 times. Excellent. Which will be wounding you on 4s because of your damn putrescence. There's a couple of wounds there. It's a couple of 4-ups. Oh, you've taken a wound. You've taken it. And then we have, by God, we have the laser cannon. By God, we have the laser cannon. By God, sir, you need to roll a 6-up save. No, 1 more has died. We then have the battle cannon, which is going to get maximum, I will say that again, maximum shots, because you've got a 20-man squad of poxwalkers. Sometimes, some people say you do not need a 72-inch range. I laugh at those people. So no rerolls because the orders for the tanks went on these 2 again. So we got 7 hits. And that did translate into 7 wounds. And then you need to roll your 6 winner pains. Reroll that 6 and you have to reroll it twice. Nope, there you go. So in case anyone was wondering why we do it like that, it's easier, it's quicker than re-rolling each wound 3 damage. You just re-roll successful ones. It's a well-established competitive technique, and as we are professional competitive players, Tom, it's only best that we use the best techniques.
I don't think you should affiliate me with a professional
or competitive player. Oh, you're such a whacker though. You've got Custodies, they're top tier. You've got Leagues of Cheese, they're top tier. We're gonna find you pouring over a tile codex in the shitter later, mate. I just know. No, you're not a tile fan, are you?
I was.
Until you played them.
I wasn't.
Until you played against them, and then you're like, oh. Okay, so that is this flank over here done. We've got some more big boom boom cannons. So we might as well, let's just go for a big boom boom cannon, Tom. Boom, baby, boom, into the lead poxwalker squad. The guy who's sticking out with his thing on the backpack. This one. Let me just be clear to the viewers. This guy right there. We're gonna shoot his. That man has a dog. Right now, as his gatekeeper is 6 plus D3 shots. It's the big 9. It's a big 9. Wouldn't it be great, Tom, if gatekeeper still got +1 to wound against chaos? Oh, hello, Commissar Cat Kylo. Over here to proceed the following bombardment. All right. Would you like to give my dice some luck there? Well, you've not overly lucky there. Thank you very much, Kylo. We've got 3 misses. Well, that is probably statistical. So there we go. Oh, she's doing the big stretch. And then we're wounding you on 3s. Oh, my God, sir. My God. 3 saves at -3 because of it being gatekeeper. And these are 3 damage each, which become 2 damage each, which means you have a chance of the Plagueous Surgeon. So the first guy dies. The second guy dies. And the Plague Surgeon finally does something to the last guy and gets him back up. So 2 died and 1 has taken a wound. A wound! We shall heavy bolter him, sir. We shall heavy bolter him. Oh, no, not great. Just the 1 hit. My God, if I was a born soldier, it would have been a wound as well. It is a wound, though. So you must now make a fort save, or that injured man will go and meet the Emperor. No, the injured man will go and meet the Emperor. And then Tom's like, this is why people don't take Plague Marines. And then we have got the laser cannon. It is missed. Okay, the laser. It's missed. Okay, so Tom, we're going to do this live on camera.
Yes.
Could you check if this man is in 36 inch range of them poxwalkers, please?
Which man?
This man here, from the tippy tip of his track. You can see, I have checked.
Where's the track? Yeah,
yes, he's in range. Excellent. Excellent. Well, I shall... It's a bit of a...
Hit me, damn ya!
I'm not really doing too much to some of these Plague Marines. But it is the plan that I had in action to do a lot of damage to your backfield poxwalkers. So that's what we're going to stick with it. If we've got a plan, we're going to stick with it. Okay, so this exterminator can see through this window and he can see the poxwalker that's sticking out there. We're going to go for it because it puts Tom under...
That's how 40k terrain rules work.
Yeah, right. It just fucking shoots everything out of a window. It's abstract, guys. Okay, well, if it's abstract, can I drive through that fucking wall then? Anyway, right. Exterminator autocannon. He does have reroll 1, sir. They've all hit, sir. Now he shall... that is 2 wounds. Now, there are 4 wounds, I should say. 2 fails. Now, that will be 2 damage each. So you have to reroll that 6. Oh, so only 3 have died. Still good. Still going to make it difficult for you to regrow many of them. And then we've got the heavy blotter. Heavy blotters. We have got 4 hits so far. And then we've got a couple of rerolls. No, sadly, they did not translate. This is unfortunate, but it is sometimes the way that things go. My God, it's 1 wound. It's not very good. Oh, bloody hell. He has failed it, though. So, we have killed 1 more. That was a bit disappointing. I was hoping for a bit more than that. Your job is to kill infantry, you stupid bastard! Anyway, now that I've berated my inanimate object, you're an inanimate fucking object! We only have a couple more bits to do, so we might as well just do them straight on camera, straight up. So, battle cannon bloke into these plague moons over here. So we'll do him. He gets a number of... And then we'll do the chem cannon, and then everything else will be done off camera. And then that's it. So we get 6 shots from that battle cannon. It's doing a great job of trying its hardest to miss. I've noticed my dice have been a bit funky today. Without the rerolls. It was really obvious when I didn't have the rerolls on the infantry off camera before.
Very was. Yeah.
Oh,
very was.
Only 3. See, look, I'm always falling below the point. Anyway, a couple of saved. 1 saved. 1 dead, I imagine.
Which one's this? Sorry?
It's on the far left squad. In front of the chem cannon man.
Is he within? No, he's not.
Okay. Then we've got the heavy. We'll go for the laser cannon first, as it is a full wound man. That's there. I've only gone and done it. You've got to make a 6-up save. You wholesome knave. You cur. No. Okay, come on, laser cannon. Yes, we've zapped another one. Good old laser cannons. Never let you down until they do. Couple of misses. Couple of I wish I was running born soldiers. 2. Another hit. That's at least it translated. My God, I can't complain. My dice have shamed them. Like Caesar, I have shamed my dice, my soldiers, and they have decided to perform 4 saves, sir. 4 at 4 ups. Oh, you bastard.
Very good.
Ned Stark's bastard. All right, so last thing we've got to do on camera is the chem cannon into that same squad. It's got the big 4 shots. It's wounded you 3 times. It's AP 3. So another dice, please. So you failed 2 of them, and that means that 1 dies because they're 2 damage each, but you reduce that to 1 damage. So there we go.
Pog.
Nice. So we do have a few little bits. That was a long take. That was a 10-minute take. We do have a few other little bits that I need to do. So, for example, I need to fire these couple of heavy bolter squads. We'll do that into one of the injured plague wing squads. And then that will be that for my shooting. We'll be back with some bayonet charges. So I just thought I'd come around here and show you the angle of the Plague Marines from behind the terrain. We did actually do a respectable amount of damage. Once all of the little lance guns had finished firing and these flames, which could still advance and shoot, we had actually managed to reduce this front Plague Marine squad down to 4 people, which is not too bad. And then we have cleared off 3 from this squad, which means in total we have killed 9 Plague Marines there. And then, of course, we also killed 7 there, which means we've killed a total of 16 Plague Marines. Plus, I think we killed 1 in the first turn, so we killed 18. So not too bad, not too shabby at all. But it ain't ogre till it's ogre. Because I imagine that Death Guard do not have a fallback and do anything stratagem. Is that correct, Tom?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say that's a yes, I am correct, not yes, they do.
Yes.
Excellent. So I actually have some charges.
Yes.
My first charge of the day
Sir.
is going to be this Bulgrin into these 2 Plague Marine squads here. Would you pass me 2 dice, please, sir? I'm going to do it live on camera. I think that might be in, but we'll check. I think 7 inches across from there to there. As long as I can break the Bulgrin through there, the Ogre Bodyguard through there, we should be okay. And then I'm going to go for, I'm going to remember that one's a 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to go for over here. We're just going to do what? We're going to go 3 squads, try and dogpile those 3 Plague Marines there.
Oh, wow.
So the first squad with a 9, yeah, no problem. Second squad with a 6, yeah, no problem. They're about 5 inches away. Well, not even that. Last squad with an 8. So all 3 of those get in. So what we'll do is we'll just check if this command squad made it in. We'll move those guys in. If the command squad didn't make it in, I'll just do a cheeky reroll, guys. That won't be a problem. And then this Chimera is also going to go into there. I actually forgot to do his heavy flamer, but we'll do that off camera. It's not a problem because I don't imagine it's going to do a huge amount. He's just going to charge in there and tie up those Plague Marines as well. Which he, oh yes, suit you, sir. All right, so we will move everything in, and we're back in just a moment. So we checked the charge distance, and 7 was more than enough. 7 actually got the Ogre Bodyguard right into the back there, so that's nice. So we have managed to get the command squad in there without having to use a precious CP reroll. And then, of course, we were able to get all of these guys in here. Now, Tom, we've just sort of agreed off camera, he's not going to bother interrupting with 3 Plague Marines over here. So that's why they've gone a bit further forward. They've all basically piled in at that point. You very well may interrupt over there, but you're not worried about doing it with 3 Marines there. There is one last charge that needs to be done, though, sir.
We forgot him again.
We forgot him. He's just so sly. That's the thing. So he has a 9-inch charge, of course, because he's just coming from deep strike. First turn he comes in, he does get, well, the turn he arrives, he does get a chance to reroll charge distance. Okay, so he's going to try and reroll that. Okay, we're going to go for a bit of. No. So I'm just going to declare it now. At the end of the term, he's going to return to the shadows, and he gets to do that again. Really? He can only do it twice. So he can only drop in, do his thing, disappear, then drop in, do his thing. He can't keep returning to shadows. That would be amazing. Just a 50-point like Uzi, just like every turn. GW, FAQ it, make it happen. Every turn, Marpo. Rule of 3. Take 3 of them.
3 Marvos.
Oh, 3 Marvos. Awesome. So what we're going to do is we'll get some dice together. We'll do some combats on camera, and we'll be back in just a moment. We are in the combat phase, and we are going to start off with this Dreadnought. Now, I believe this is the one. If it's not, this is the one I'm going to say it is now. This is the one with the Death Mask of Alonius Pirates. We're going to declare that now. This is the Cadian Command Squad. And so, preemptively, I'm just going to spend... Well, I might not need to, but I'm probably going to spend a CP on Cage Stand, so you can only wound me on 1s, on 4s, 5s, and 6s. So we'll just declare that now in case I forget to do it later. But now let's get to the attacking. I've gone here first because obviously...
Of course, whatever you want, you know.
Of course,
you
cheating.
Can cheat, it's fine.
Of course, my channel, my rules. So we're going to go there second. We're going to go with this command squad first. And we're going to put everything we've got into the 7-man squad. Now, the reason we're doing that is because we want to try and force Tom to make some difficult decisions. Read this objective. So, starting off, we are going to go with... the Ogre Bodyguard. Here we go. Now he's missed a couple of times. And then he's going to wound you. He's strength 7. So he's going to wound you on 3s. He's got a couple of wounds. Now these are at AP -1, sir. Ooh, you passed them. Okay, we've then got a Cadian officer with a power sword. Oh, he's doing his best attempt to fail these rolls. So he's got a hit. Now, normally... that wouldn't be a wound, but because I am brutal strength, I am +1 strength in combat, +1 strength with the power sword. That does wound. AP -3, sir. That is a wound that has gone through.
It has.
Then we've got another.
Oh, wait, I've got the. Oh,
See,
no, they're not within 3.
Yeah.
Mind.
Other veteran. Oh, okay. He's a veteran, sir. He's a veteran. He's got a power sword. Now, there's no point in not taking the power sword because it's free. And it's got 2 bloody wounds, sir. Yes. And we've cut 1 down. Not bad at all. And then we have got 6 more attacks from the regular veterans. Miss. No wounds. So in total, we cut down a Plague Marine. Not bad. Not bad. You will now, of course, get to fight back or interrupt if you want to. I think we should probably just resolve that combat over there because I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. Technically, all the charges should go, but I don't think anything else is going to change around there. So, would you like to strike me back, sir?
I will strike you back, sir.
Now, I'm going to use Cadian Stance because if you somehow chop your way past my Ogren. I would like to also still be on a to wound of 4, 5, or 6.
Very good.
Transhuman. So take me off. Well, I can do it. I'm my first CP I've spent of the game, so that will put me down to 5. Yeah, I've not been spending many CP in this game so far.
We've just been like, we're not very. To be fair though, Death Guard and.
Oh, one second.
Well,
1 second. Oh, I don't mean to alarm you. Oh, one more wound. This is from the Hellhound. It hasn't wounded you. Carry on. No. But if it had squashed one, it would have made a difference, obviously. And technically, it was a charger.
My plague champions there. My 3 other dudes. Oh, I need to pile in and stuff, but I'm not going to pile in.
Because you want to keep on the objective, right?
Yeah, so I'm just going to basically shuffle a little bit.
So I imagine that you are going to be able to successfully hit me with 4
dudes.
4 dudes. You've got Blight Launcher Man, and Blight Spewer Man, and Champion Man,
yes,
and Regular Man. Regular Man is armed with 2 combat weapons, if that makes a difference to what you're going to strike me with.
Yes.
Okay.
So, if he's armed with 2 combat weapons, that means that he gets an additional attack.
Excellent.
There, because he has 2 plague weapons.
Excellent.
How
very old school. 2 combat weapons giving you an extra attack.
Weapons.
My God, I haven't seen that in a while.
Plague thingamajig.
Very good, very specific, nice.
Plague thingy, yes. Okie dokie. So he has the Mace of Contagion and he has a plague knife. So that will be 3 attacks with his Macy plague.
Mace of Contagion. Come on, professional now.
There we go. 4s, doesn't hit with anything. Brilliant. So that's
Tight. All that time, honestly, checking the stats and everything. Everyone's just here bored looking at this red tray. And then you roll the fucking dice and you get no hits. Fuck me. So, alright, carry on.
Leader with a power fist, hits on 4s, 1 hit.
Why are you hitting so badly?
And then he wounds.
He just wounded me. Now I'm just going to take that. I have to take it on my Ogre Bodyguard. He's alright. 4% vulnerable save.
Amazing.
I too am durable.
And then the other 2 dudes with their plague nibs.
Shivs.
So freeze. And then...
you 5s?
Maybe?
No, you strength 4. You'll make me go to toughness 4 and then thingy kicks in. Armor of... Kenny stands!
Kenny stands.
But also so my natural
just one wound then.
Any APs? I have taken it, but have I though? I have. Okay, so he's got 5 wounds left.
And then the other squad.
Yes, continue. They.
I'll take a cut right now because I have to gather up all their...
You have to gather up all their rules. We don't want another shit show that was that last how good is the main situation. All right, we'll be back once Tom has digested all those custard creams he ate off camera and has regained his thoughts. And we're back.
Have to tell him that, man.
To be honest, I ate a lot of them as well. They're really moreish. And we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so now that we've all had some time to digest the giant amount of custard creams, Tom, you have gathered your dice and thoughts, and what are you attacking me with first?
I've spent the CP on trench fighters, and I'm fighting you with all the plague marines.
Plague knives.
Yes, plague knives. I'm within
plague knives and the plague marines.
9 inches of the warlord, so they'll be re-rolling ones to hit, and they'll also be re-rolling the wound
all
roll.
wounds.
All wounds.
My God, it's a weapon to surpass metal gear. I really wish I could use the Shield of Flesh ability right now. It could be -1 to hit. But sadly, it specifically says you can't use it on bodyguards.
You cannot
which I think is stupid. But you can technically have 3 Ogrins follow Strachan around, and then he just gives they get a permanent -1 to hit, which is funny. Strachan's just like, I'm built different. Technicalities, sir. Are these rerolls or?
No, these are the wounds now. So
you're wounding me on 4s, I imagine. Well, hang on, I'll just double check. Let me just cut because it might be 5. I've just had a moment where I think the Ogre Bodyguard might be toughness 6, but we'll just check in a second. Nope, here's toughness 5. Excellent.
I can't believe you finished the whole packet, man. That was disgusting.
Oh, man.
Just snaffled them off camera.
Oh, my God. I wish. Don't tempt me for it, though.
Anyway,
okay.
I'm re-rolling these wounds for the...
Plague Arch Bastard.
Yes. Wow, I dropped 1, so that's amazing.
Tight.
Off there. So that's all the plague nibs that are wounded. So
let me do those now.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 wounds.
17 wounds. Okay, I have to do these 5 at a time. Okay, he's passed 2. Feel no pains. Passed 1. So he's taken 2 wounds. So he's got 3 wounds left.
Actually, would it be...
He reduces damage by 1.
No, what I'm saying is you'd be 1 less toughness, so you'd be T4. A Plague Knives +1?
I think they're not. They're strength user.
Okay.
I'm 90% certain, but they're just a cheapy AP, I think, and plague weapon.
Yeah, just AP -1.
So I've done 5 of the pool of 17,
Mm-hmm.
and I've taken 2 wounds. I've got 3 wounds left on my Ogren,
Yep.
so I've got the next 3. So I've passed 2, and then I passed both Feel No Pains. That's nice. So I've done 8, and I've not taken any more wounds. So I've got 3 more to do. I passed 1. Feel no pains. No. So I've taken 2. So out of the pool, I have done 10, which is 7 wounds left. I've got to do these 1 at a time because of the Ogren. So he's failed that 1. I'm going to use a CP reroll at this point. Still failed it. I'm going to fucking yeet that dice out there. Feel no pain. He's passed it. It hasn't. I was very careful. So passed on the Feel No Pain. We've then got the next invulnerable save. No. What a useless bastard. Feel no pain. No. He's passed it. Okay. You can't save with Dick, but he just doesn't feel anything. 3rd time in a row. So that's 4 4-up saves I've failed in a row now. And now he's dead. Okay, so there's 4 left. I'm going to double check. There's 5, 5, 10, 14. There's 3 left in the pool. And I'll take that on the basic guardsman. I'll take it on the flag guy first because I've not got a special flag today. He has died. He has died. And then I'll take it on the... Actually, I'll just take all of these on the officer. Yeah, so that's the officer taking a wound. And he's taken 1 wound, that's it.
Okay. And then I've got the champion then.
Oh, I forgot you had the champion. That's too late now.
Oh, okay.
So
why would it make a difference?
I just wouldn't have taken it on my officer, but it's fine, don't worry about it. He'll deal with it.
So 4s for these Ujima Flip is Power Fist, that's it. Get it right one day.
1 wound.
Is it not? Oh yeah, because KD stands.
KD stands! Yes it does, sir! My God, sir! So we lost the Ogren bodyguard, and I lost the King's colours. I might lose the Power Sword guy instead if you don't mind. It just feels, it's the right choice would be to lose the flag, but I just can't give myself, I can't accept that I'm going to lose the King's colours. So we've lost, oh, I took it on my officer, didn't I? I took it on my officer. I'm talking shit, those cuss decrees. My brain is addled from all that. So my officer has taken a wound and the Ogren bodyguard has died. Okay. And that is the combat over there.
Okay.
Not too
I'm also
bad.
going to spend a CP and make you -4 leadership on that squad over there.
Okay, I'll spend 2 CP and auto pass.
Yes. Might as well.
Why though?
No,
can't blame the man's logic. It would make me run away, to be fair. So,
yes.
So my officer has got 3 wounds left now. Excellent. Okay, what a riveting combat. We shall now go over to what I think will actually be a rivet. That actually wasn't too bad. Just interesting how all the different rules piling on top of each other. And then we'll now go over here. Now, it doesn't matter what I do here. I'm just going to attack with 1 squad after another until hopefully you fall over and die.
Yes.
Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Right, sweet. So we've got the first squad of Catachans. Now they've lost a man, so they get 10 attacks. You might be thinking, but Morning Glory, don't sergeants get chainswords? Nope, not in the Catachans. They don't. Doesn't come in that 20-year-old box.
You don't deserve a chainsword.
Doesn't come in that 20-year-old box, and it ain't happening. So we've got 10 attacks, hitting on 3s because of fixed bayonets, and I don't mean to alarm you there.
It's a lot of.
It's exploding 6.
Oh, is it? Very
Catachans get exploding 6s.
At least to get something.
That's something. So that's all hits, and then it's 5 to wound. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God, they're gonna fucking do it, man. They're only gonna do it. Okay, now if you could just fail all of these saves, that would be fucking legit. He's giving it a go. So 3 go through. So I've killed 1.5.
Why is it AP -1?
Yeah.
Sick.
Nice. Fix bayonets! Get amongst them, lads! Get amongst them! All right, we've got another squad now. Can you move your toxic mentality and dice from my tray, please?
No, sir. I infected you.
I can't touch them, man. You'll give me your fucking voodoo, man. I'm not doing it. All right, so we got 3 misses because we're a bit of a player, but then 2 of those go back in. So that's not bad, is it?
Not bad at all.
These Catachans, I've poo-pooed them. That's 2 wounds. I haven't got a command squad nearby, so 2 wounds. Oh my god, I've only gone and killed another 1.5. Well, killed the injured one and then the wounded ones left. Now I've got 9 attacks on the last squad because they had 2 people die from the Blight Bombardment. So he's got 1 wound left. Come on, lads. Come on. Oh my god, they all hit. And 1 more goes back in. Catachans, baby. Meta choice. Calling it now. Double flamer. Meta choice. Maybe not. 2. Yes, we killed him. We drive them. So we actually managed to kill. Let me just show off the handiwork. We managed to kill 3 Plague Marines with 3 squads of Catachans. That's pretty good. That's better than most of the guard squads can achieve. So I will take it. The Exploding 6 has actually really helped them. Most impressive. Now, of course, I will do my various consolidations and whatnot. And then we will be done with the guard turn. So that was quite a big guard turn too. But now we're going to be on to the big Plague Marine turn. If you advance again, I'm just going to kick you out. Okay, let's give these guardsmen a chance to consolidate, and we will be back. And once all of the consolidations have been done for the nations, this is what the field of battle looks like. Not too bad. We have driven the Plague Marines into a single corner of the battlefield. Yes, I haven't really. There's loads of them back here and everything. But that's what the Commissar is saying. It's actually been a pretty interesting first couple of turns. I've obviously done a lot more damage to Tom than he's done to me, but now he's going to just turn around and bolt to me and blade me and everything. So we'll have to see what the Plague Marines... Bleed you, goddammit! See what they can do in their turn 3. Now, Tom, as man with scores, where are we up to right now?
Okay, so start of turn, you got 8 for primary. You've killed 1 unit, so you get 1 for the tertiary. You are on 2 for boots on the ground. You are on 10 for flexible command.
Easy.
And you are on 3 for banners.
Excellent. So total, we've got 11 primary to your 8 primary.
Mm-hmm.
And in terms of secondaries, we've got 15 to your 7 plus 4, 11.
Yes.
So slightly ahead on points. But of course, you've not really done much at this point because you've been advancing, because that is your style.
That's my style.
So I think this is the big swing. I think if Tom does a clever job here now and picks up enough stuff, he could potentially pull himself back into the game very convincingly. But we'll have to see. He has lost about half his Poxwalkers. He has lost about 1/3 of his Plague Marines. But maybe that's all he needs to achieve victory. We'll be back. Death Guard, turn 3. Death Guard, turn 3, sir!
Yes.
Would you like to take us through your turn, sir?
Yes. Beginning of command phase, spent 1 CP, got 4 of those Poxwalkers back.
Excellent.
And then they've just shuffled onto both of these objectives, going to try and hold them both. This Poxwalker unit over here is advanced, trying to make his way up to over to that.
Still advancing, I see.
Still advancing. Over to that objective over there. And then all the other guys, they've just shambled forward a little bit, and then they're just going to try and bolt everything to death. That's essentially what they're going to do.
Excellent. Now, there were a couple of bits off camera that we forgot to mention. Firstly, we did that heavy flamer.
Yes.
And it actually did really well. It got 4 hits, 4 wounds. Obviously 4 auto hits, 4 wounds. And then you failed 3 saves, so it killed 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the beginning of your turn, you used the Plague Surgeon to heal the half.
Yes.
And then we did the morale phase, and you actually had to spend 2 CP to auto pass that squad over there. They were the squad that got flamer, so that's why they've lost 1 anyway. That wasn't to morale. And then there was a 4-man squad here that unfortunately also failed their morale.
Yes, so we lost 2 from
And you lost 2 there. 1 ran away, and then another 1 ran away because they were below half strength. So not a bad dent from the flamer and the morale there. Potentially could have lost a lot more if you'd not used the auto pass as well. So off we go. But that's a couple of little bits we mentioned I want to mention off camera. That is your movement phase. Do you have a quick psychic phase to do some Warpius Ritualius?
Warpius Ritualis.
Okay.
Warpius Ritualis.
Do you want to go for that straight away? We'll just grab that on camera.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Miasma of Pestilence on.
Should you not go for Warp Ritual this turn?
No.
Okay, going for.
Miasma of Pestilence on the Blight Lords. It goes off.
It goes off indeed.
And it deals a mortal wound to the nearest enemy units, which.
It's probably going to be the Flamer squad.
Whichever one it is.
Probably that one, but we'll see in a second. It's an infantry squad of what some variety.
And then the Putrescent Vitality on the Blight Lords as well.
Yes, wow, you've not failed a power yet, doing very well.
Mortal wound there. So you take 2 mortal wounds from the Psyker there.
Excellent. I'll just remove these 2. There we go. 2 have died. And then that is your Psychic.
That's my Pistic.
Right, we'll let you get some dice together, and then we'll do your shooting. Starting off on this flank, we are going with the Plague Marines, and they're going to fire every last shot they've got into this 9-man squad here. Absolutely fantastic. All right, Tom, you've got your dice together.
I do.
It's time for you to shoot me. Shoot! Stop trying to hit me and hit me, sir.
Okay, sir. Yes, so I'll go.
Sir, they're firing, sir. They tend to do that. They haven't for the first 2 turns, sir.
So I'll go with the bolters first, so hidden on freeze.
Indeedly doodly. Just let you get your dice out there. Okay, and then we have, I believe it's going to be 2s. Yes, and the reason it's 2s is because I am in the range of Contagion. So that is a lot of wounds.
8 wounds, sir.
If I only roll 7 dice, is that alright? I have passed 3, which means I have failed 5, which means I have 4 men left in that squad.
Okay. And then the Blight Launchers will be hitting on freeze.
Ooh, nice.
And they'll be wounded on 2s, rerolling 1s.
I imagine they're killing me on 2s. If they're
-2.
Yes, there's only 1 man left.
Okey-dokey.
Do you have a plasma pistol in there? I think you bloody do. He's only gone and bloody done it. Yes, he has. To the last bolt, plasma, and blight.
I do believe that might be brutal efficiency.
Brutal efficiency, yes. All right, let me remove those casualties. In fact, Tom, you can do it live on camera. Take those 9 guys off. Oh my God, they're dying. Oh, there they're gone.
Help! I'm dying.
Help! I am underwater.
Hello, can you help me?
All right, I love that reel, man. It's honestly one of my favourites. It's just so innocent. You know what I mean?
Hello.
Okay, now that was your first squad. Shall we go over to the next squad? Do you know what you're doing, sir?
Yes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split bolters into.
So now he's splitting fire. All right. Now this is coming from your Blightius Lordius. Okay. Now there are 7 men there, so you must declare where. Oh, there's a man with a plague weapon, and there's a man with a blight weapon, and there's a man
one
with
of them is a
viewer.
flamer and a combi bolter.
Okay, so where are you going with? Where are you splitting the weapons up?
So I'm going to put the flamer into the first squad and the plague weapon and the plague launcher into the second squad.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the bolters split evenly.
Okay. Yeah. But what about the man there's a flamer man and a blight man and a combi man? So where's combi man going?
Combi man?
Combi man.
Oh yes.
There's
2 flamers in there.
So should we take 2 flamers into 1 squad?
Yes. I'll put 2 flamers into 1 squad with a bolter and then the rest into the other squad.
Understood. Okay, so...
yeah, because I'll have to do the bolter with the flamer on the flips. So there we go. So
now I believe that in both these cases it doesn't actually matter which flamer you do, because I'm actually going to be toughness 2, which even against the strength 4 flamer or whatever you've got, I'm still going to be getting wounded on 2s.
Yes.
So it's fine. So you just need to do it's only the AP that might matter.
Yeah.
So we'll check that quickly. We'll do it. We'll tell you what. I'm going to bring the camera over. We're going to do it live. We're going to point to some things on pages.
Yes.
Light little terminators. Yeah, this is very good. Plague spewer.
Plague spewer, and then there's a combi bolter.
Combi bolter there, but you obviously have the plague version. Let's Let's head on over to the summary. Here we are. We're doing it live. Next page. We need stats. Next.
This way.
Keep going. No puzzles. Let's go. So it will be. I believe another page, sir. You need to find the ranged weapons. Aha. Here we go. This is probably something we should have done off camera, but we've committed to it now.
Yes, we have committed.
It's going to be a plague weapon, so we're going to be looking over here, and I believe it's going to be a plague belcher. Yes, that seems right.
Yes.
So we've got a Plague Belcher. Right, so that's just a flamer. And then the Plague Spewer is a heavy flamer. Right, why couldn't they just call it a bloody heavy flamer that I know what the bloody rules were?
Why isn't it all on the bloody data sheet anyway?
Yeah, we've changed everything so you don't have to check the back of the book anymore. Oh, wait, we didn't put all the information on the data sheets.
Anyway, dear viewers, the heavy flamer.
Yes, let's call it heavy flamer from now on, then we know what it is.
It's the plague weapon.
Yes.
And that is 4 wounds.
4 dead.
Amazing. Second flamer.
Ooh.
1 goes through.
He does. There you go. You have killed
and then
5 so far.
The other one with the bolter, so that'll be 6 shots in total.
Why 6?
Because the combi bolter has...
Oh yeah, you find the combi bolter at the same time, but the combi bolter would technically hit at -1 to hit, Tom.
Would it?
Because you fired both parts. But you hit with everything, so let's not worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, oh, that was a reroll.
Yeah, is that true? No, I fucking lied to you.
I don't know, were you? And that's all wounds. AP, just 0. And that is 6 wounds, sir.
And you've already killed 5. And you have killed the rest of the squad. Because there's only... there's not even 10 in there, so that's another 10-man squad job. That is brutal efficiency. Actually, we're slightly over brutal. It's slightly more brutal, slightly less efficient. But it's okay. I will forgive you. So that is another 10-man squad. That is that nearest 10-man squad there dead. And now you're going to go for this squad?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. It should be a blight.
Is it 4 guys
How many?
left?
So you fired
Is it
3
flamer?
men. So you have 4 guys left. And you've got 3 with bolters, which will be 12 shots. And you've got 1 with the blight bastard.
2 with the blight bastard is. There we go.
Blight bastard last, okay.
Filming?
Yep,
Yep.
I never stopped.
Never stopped.
Stand your ground.
3 miss. Must be 2s, I do believe.
Am I within container range? What is your container range, turn 3?
It'll be 6 inches.
I probably am in there. Let's just take it as
but I
red.
re-roll the wound rolls
Excellent.
from the Capitan, anyway.
So that's 9 saves.
9 saves, sir.
I actually made some, so 6 have died. So there are, in that squad, I think 2 people left. Yes, my God, there's only 2 left.
Now for the plague weapon.
Do that again, I dare you.
This will be hitting on a 3, so 1 miss. And then 1 wound, AP -2.
So 1 more death. So there's 1 man left! 1 man left in the squad, I dare say.
So
All right, yeah, we'll take the casualties off now, and we'll be back in just a moment. But basically, out of these infantry, there's 1 bloke left on the objective. We then did the shots for the Virulent Man and the Miasma Man off camera, and that meant that you were able to kill the 10-man squad that was there. A couple have died from mortal wounds, which is what made it a little bit easier. And the last bit of shooting you actually have left to do is this 10-man squad, because everything else is tied up in combat. So where are you going to put those shots?
I'm just going to put them into that infantry squad over there.
Front infantry squad, front rank!
Front rank!
All right.
So it'll be the plasmas that go first, I do believe.
Oh, I do declare.
I do declare. So that's 2 plasma guns in there, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
I'm assuming you have overcharged. So 3 die. It's not a plague weapon.
Oh, wait. Is it not a plague? Oh,
it's
completely.
It's a plasma gun. It's such a cheating bastard.
Actually, sorry. It's reroll 1s to wound, but reroll all wounds if it's a plague weapon.
Oh, okay. Well then, fine.
So
you do kill 4.
Is it?
Kill 4.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
So then you've got other shooting.
I do. I have 1 plague launcher.
Could you just check if you are in rapid fire range?
Yes.
Because if you're not,
yeah, I'm in rapid fire range if I'm
within 18.
If I've not advanced anyway.
If you're within 18.
If I've not advanced.
I don't think that's how it works. I thought it was that you had either an 18-inch range rapid fire, or if you haven't moved, you get like hateful volleys.
Yeah, that's malicious volleys.
Malicious volleys, which is if you haven't moved unless you are a Terminator. So, tell you what, we'll check and we'll be back in a second.
We will be.
Tom, are you a tile player?
No.
Why do you keep trying to cheat?
I'm not.
You were so sure. He was so sure of himself.
It said remain stationary.
It said remain stationary. Tom, you're not running all Terminators today,
No,
so
I'm not.
it's that time.
I usually am.
Yeah.
But no.
Okay. Well, victory is mine.
Very
you must
bad.
now concede, sir.
I will.
So basically, I lose two. Because
Instead
you hit
of
with everything and wound everything, it makes it really easy to work out. Because now I just lose 2 guys rather than 4 guys.
Yes.
That was easy, wasn't it?
It
Right,
was.
carry on. Now you've got a Blight Bastard.
I do.
And then you will have 7 bolt guns.
7 bolt guns and a Blight Bastard. So the Blight Bastard first.
A hit.
Hit.
A wound. A dead. So 3 dead in
dead.
total. And then you'll actually have to... You'll be running on 3s now because of not being in contagion range. A couple of misses, a couple of rerolls, 1 miss. And then 3s because it's just bolt weapons into guardsman-like objects. 5 wounds.
Reroll 1. So that is...
6 wounds.
Is it 3s or... Yeah, 3s.
3s. Oh, is it 4 wounds?
No, it's 6. 6 wounds.
He's just picking dice up at random. He's fast rolling, boys. So that's 4 there. So I've lost 7 in total. 2 for the plasma, 1 for the blight, 4 from the bolters. 3 chappy chaps are left. We're going to go for... I think we're going to go for... we'll keep the Voxcaster. We're going to keep the Voxcaster, the Melter, and we'll have a wound on the Heavy Bolt team. That's how we'll do it.
Yes.
All right. Okay, we'll be back once we remove those casualties. That is all of your shooting. Do you have some charges, sir?
I will.
Okay, we'll let you have a think about your charges, and then we'll be back in just a moment. All right, we are in the Death Guard charge phase. Starting off, you're going to go for these 2 Plague Marines at the front, and they are going to try and charge into my back squad here. They need a 3, but ideally they want more to make room for the guys behind them. That is more than enough.
That is very much
They
more.
are. Do you want me to put them around the back here for you?
Yeah, please, if you want.
Okay. Flail man. Magic Carp, use flail. Okay, and then you've got the next squad. Now, to go into the Ratlings and the Guardsman squad, you're going to need a 5, which is a 4 to the Ratlings. It was a 5 to everyone else. They are in. Now, we'll move those guys in off camera in just a moment. Now, you're going for the Blight Lords first.
No, I'm going to go with my Lord first.
The
He's
Lord
going to charge
first.
both the Strachan and the...
He's going for Strachan!
He is.
Now, he needs a 9-inch charge for that. It's not enough. You're going to CP reroll it. He's going to let it slide.
Yeah, I'll let it slide.
Okay.
And then the Blight Lords... Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, God!
Luckily, we pre-measured all this.
Yes.
So the Blight Lords are going to go into their...
That's a 6-inch charge to come round this way with them. Ooh, now you actually can go around either way now if you want. You can go around the side there or you can go around there. I'll let you pick.
Yes.
And then you had an 8-inch charge to beat the crap out of this one man. No, sadly not.
Do you know what? I'll CP that one.
CP that one. Okay.
No,
No, the same
too
result
small.
again. Okay. Interesting. Okay, now you will let you move in and we'll see where you end up. I do not have a good feeling about these Ratlings. They can shoot when they overwatch and then move afterwards, but I couldn't see what couldn't overwatch you. Damn the little Hobbit men. They got me a point and then they died. But yeah, this fight doesn't look super good for me, not gonna lie. Over here though, the cowards! These heretics are all cowards. Tom refused to go with an heroic intervention range of Strachan. You, sir, are a cowardly knave. That's what you are. And he was even like, oh, I need to make sure that my guy's bodyguard. And I'm like, it matters not. Strachan will take his head. Strachan will have him. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. There we go. I think Strachan can kill him in one go. I think he can do it. And we're going to find out next turn now. But that is next turn. That is not this turn. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one of these combats on camera and one off because I think it's going to be you wailing on Guardsman.
Yes.
Now, let's do the Terminator one on camera because that's the one that is actually could go either way because there's only 4 that can get in. Other 3 are on that side of the wall. They can't fight through. Over here, I think that the combined 12 Plague Marines will beat the crap out of 5 half men and 10 big men.
Yes.
Okay.
So they are hitting on 3s.
Ooh. No death shrouds here.
No death shrouds here. Do I want them to be hitting on threes? I could spend this. How much CP have I got?
What have you spent this turn?
One.
Oh, you spent one this turn?
Yes.
But you auto-passed morale, didn't you?
Yes.
Right. Okay. You should be on... I think we've been slightly messing this up. So you should be on 3 now.
Okay.
I think we've been doing the same
I'm
dials.
either going to spend... It's either 1 or 2 CP.
I was on 4, and you will be on... If you spend 1... if you spend this, you'll be on 3. Otherwise, you're on 4.
Well, it's either 1 or 2 CP, so I'll check in a second.
Okay, but you're spending the CP.
Yes, and it's just to give them +1 to hit and +1 to wound, but I can only target that unit.
Okay.
So it's just going to be hitting on 2s and re-rolling 1s.
Sounds like a made-up stratagem that a town player would make up.
Do you know what? Do you want to just... Shall we check it?
No. I want you to be proven wrong in front of all these people.
So 1 miss. And then this will be 2s.
Are you hitting on 2s? Because of your thing?
Yes. And this will be 2s.
Because if not, we're going to have to go back and check this footage.
That's 11 wounds at
I love
AP.
trolling them viewers. I love trolling them.
11 wounds.
They're all dead. They're all dead, okay? Like, they're all dead, all right? Can I go home now?
Everybody's two.
Yeah, they're all dead. Okay, we're going to check the stratagem, and we're going to see if we have to redo all of that. You know what, Tom? If we do, I'm not taking the cut out.
No.
We're just going to have these embarrassing moments on camera. It's the only way you'll learn, damn it! Get all that towel blood. Do you want to become a towel player? Bleed me!
Bleed me, damn you.
Alright, we'll be back in a moment. This is an interesting stratagem, isn't it, Tom? What's this? Fire fever. Sounds like something you might use in the shooting phase, and it might be something that specifically says when a death guard hellbrute.
It's a hellbrute? Oh, that's even worse. Oh my god.
The face of shame. The face of shame. Tom was like, please, can we just redo that off camera? Just take the cut out. I'm like, no, this is top tier content and we're going to get it all on camera.
Do you know what? That's just... Oh. God's sake, man. I looked at that stratagem forward. That's all right, that's pretty good. And then I'm reading it. I'm like, why do I only read half the stratagem?
Just totally missed the shooting phase.
And you
Totally
know what?
missed the
I'm going to read
help.
the trench fighters one now as well because I'm convinced.
Turns out it's for like fucking like poxwalkers or something. That's definitely for plague marines, trench fighters. I know that.
Ah!
Oh, minute. Is he back? Is he back?
Yes. It doesn't matter, dear viewers. Vermid whispers.
Okay, it's in the shooting phase again.
It's not. Oh.
What's that word there? Shoe fight, fighting phase, shoot. Yeah, no, shooting phase. There we go.
Ignore me.
Fucking
such a belly.
The heady heights, the terrible lows of being. Oh no,
never mind.
It's done it again. What are you pointing at now?
No.
Eternal hatred.
Different, completely different. Different.
Okay. Have we had our fun now? Have we had our fun? I thought it sounded amazingly good, and I thought it was weird. I'd never encountered this stratagem before.
No, it's just, do you know what? I'm retiring.
The furious, desperate checking of a codex is never a good sign,
It's
Tom.
not even that. It's just the fact that there's 3 stratagems there, which I've obviously read and went, oh yeah, those are good. Yeah, but, add 1 to the hit roll, add 1 to the wound roll, add 1 to. And I'm like, those are quite nice then. And it's like, and then it's shooting or a fucking hellbrute. who in what generation do people run hellbrutes? What the fuck?
I'm in tears.
Oh mate,
I'm in tears.
that is pissed me off to go right, let's do this bollocks again.
Should I go back and check the footage because you rolled an insane amount of 2s? Are you just going to redo it? You go cheat and just redo it. I think you should just forgo. You had 3 goes at cheating.
3 dudes in there or 4 dudes, Tim? I'm gonna
4 dudes.
It's 4 dudes, right?
4 dudes.
Fuck off.
Okay. It seems like a lot less 2s than you rolled before.
There we go. I'll take them out.
I'm only taking the piss.
Reroll 1. Oh, actually, can I reroll 1?
Yes, you
because
can.
I apparently get all these fucking rules wrong. I hate my life.
How many did you get?
You know, I just stopped counting at 9.
Okay, there's one left in the squad.
There's one
then.
left.
Oh wait, so are they damaged 2? Just check, because if it is, they kill the whole squad. I'd like to.
Why does it matter if it's damaged?
Because I got 2 man. Because he
no,
is.
the damage 1.
Okay.
You want to count.
Now, viewers, please lambast Tom, obviously, in the comment section greatly. It's the, you know, spare the rod, spoil the child. And also, I would like to know, because I can't be bothered to go back and check the footage, I'd like to know, you of the eagle-eyed variety, how many 2s Tom rolled before.
I took out 4
I'm just saying,
in that roll.
I just would, viewers,
I saw you going,
viewers, the viewers will let us know. The Senate will decide your fate.
I love democracy.
I am the comment section.
Sorry about that, dude.
No, it's hilarious. This is the reason I'm going to leave all that in is because even as people that play 40k a lot, you still get loads of stuff wrong.
Fucking hellbrutes.
Yeah. Not Pog. What's the opposite of Pog? Gop. Gop. All right. Well, that is the fight phase over there. Like I said, we'll do this bit off camera unless Tom decides to make any more stratagems up, and which of course we will get his shame recorded. But apart from that, guys, that will be the Death Guard turn number 3.
No, sir. We are both wrong, sir.
Are we now?
Read Vermid Whispers again.
I didn't read it once.
Read it again.
It's in your shooting phase.
Read the rest of it.
Oh, in your fight phase. You can add 1 to attacks hit rolls. It's all right. You've wiped the unit out anyway. You've wiped the squad out anyway. Stop worrying about it.
I look like a cock.
You are a cock. You're using a fucking Hellbrute stratagem.
Well, there's one of them which was right.
Vermid Whispers. Basic.
It was right next to the Hellbrute stratagem.
Oh my god.
There we go. There's a squad wipe.
We're calling it a squad wipe. It's fine. Right, after all that excitement, I feel like I need to eat the rest of those custard creams.
Oh.
And we're back in a moment. So, rather predictably, the halflings and the infantry there were crushed. And then we did this little combat over here off camera. The officer died. That was the wound dice for him, that little 2 wound one, so we'll just get rid of that. The officer died, but then everyone else managed to sort of stick around, which wasn't too bad. And they managed to do a wound to a plague marine before they went down as well, which is pretty good. So that's the fighting over there. But then Tom made a fatal mistake. A fatal error. He decided to consolidate into Strachan. I did warn him that Strachan will single-handedly kill every single man in this squad. He did not believe me. Well, sir, you are about to find out. Strachan has got frontline combatant at his warlord trait. That means he has 6 attacks, basically, but then he gets a 7th attack. 7 attacks, hitting on 2s. He's hit with everything. Now, Tom, do you know what frontline combatant also does? Each 6 gets 2 additional hits. How many 6s are in there, Tom?
2.
So that's 4 additional hits, isn't it, Tom?
Nice. Toughness 6.
You know what's interesting, Tom? Strachan is strength 6 basic.
You've been waiting for this.
Strachan is strength 6 basic, but with brute strength, that's strength 7. Mm-hmm. Do you know what frontline combatant also does?
I don't know what frontline combatant also does.
Permanent +1 to wound mechanic.
Shall we check this on the...
You can check it, man. I checked it, Craig. So what's strength 7 with +1 to wound against your marines, Tom?
2s.
It's interesting, that, isn't it?
Very good.
Oh, look, I've only docked 1. How interesting.
Do you know what?
Okay, so that is, Strachan's got 10 wounds on you, mate. That's AP -3. Come on, Strachan. Just come on, mate. Come on, buddy. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That is 5 wounds.
5 wounds. That's average.
Now, he only only damage 2, so you will reduce that to damage 1.
So that'll be 1 dead and 1 on...
A wound.
Brilliant.
He's 75 points.
I do want to...
Yes! Yes, the hero! He's going to do it. He's going to absolutely smash you to pieces, bro. Did you expect that from a guard character?
It was interesting, isn't it? That much. It's just which one do I pick up now?
Oh no, which one of his favourite little boys is going to die? Well, I'll tell you what, whilst you're deciding, I'll do my morale check for that guy.
Yep.
I don't think it does matter, actually. I could redo with him rolling a 1. Sadly.
Victory!
Sadly not.
Possession.
Because you're OBSEC, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes, and now I am not OBSEC. So even with Harker's little bum on that objective, it shall not be enough. So he's run away there.
Okay.
That will reduce me down to a mere 4 victory points. That's all right. I'll get him later.
I need to make sure this goes.
So I'll tell you what, you decide. We'll do the points and we'll be back in my command phase because we've done all the morale and everything then, so we're looking good. And we'll do a summary of the points at the end of turn 3. All right, so guys, we'll be back in just a moment. We've decided it's time to go all in. Every man jack of them has been pushed into the meat grinder. We have pushed all of our infantry forward. Upon sighting the enemy and taking a big old punch to the face from the enemy, we have decided to counterattack, sir. That is my style. Infantry squads moving forward. Melter guns at the ready. Heavy bolters at the ready. Hopefully able to do some damage to the Plague Marines. And that really is the principal target of this turn. I want to clear out as many of Tom's infantry. I have stayed in combat with the Blight Lords, with Strachan. That may prove to be a mistake. But I figured I could tie them up with the second Dreadnought and with Strachan, and maybe even chuck some infantry in there if I need to. And that will allow me to keep them in place whilst I deal with these Plague Marines here, these Plague Marines, and those two over there. Now, if I am able to clear all of those Plague Marines up, that will leave Tom with still, 15 or so knocking around here. But that will be a big part of his capability taken out there. We'll have to see if it pays off. So that is my aim. 4th day. I have done my movements there. I've done my command. Every infantryman has got take aim. Every tank has got reroll 1 sit with gunner gun sight. So every time I can. So that squad, that one and that one. I've consolidated my tanks together for turns 4, turns 5. The thinking is that I will be able to do gunner's gun sight on that one in the future. And it should spread out to his 2 fellows there. All right. That is everything. There's only one thing left to do. Let's roll some dice.
Shoot me.
Stop trying to hit me and hit me. So we've done a little bit of the small arms fire off camera. And we have done this squad and this remnant squad and the big squad here. And between them, they were able to kill a Plague Marine and a half from this squad, this being a guy being absolute champion, made a load of saves. And then they were also able to kill 2 more Plague Marines from over here. So that was just sort of the opening volley, just giving them a little bit of a taste of the Imperial Steel. Now, next up, what we've got going on is going to be this big old boom boom tank here. He's just going to put everything he's got into the Plague Marine squad there. So let's see how many shots he gets. 6 shots from his battle cannon. That's all right. We'll won't turn our nose up at that just yet. He's doing a damn good job of trying to miss as many shots as possible. Come on, lad. Don't let me down now. Well, he's trying. He's trying, sir. He's trying. Okay. Now, he has managed to get 2 whole wounds on you. Do 5 ups, please. That is 1 more Plague Marine dead. Straight up 3 damage, just splat ones from the big squad.
This one, right?
Yeah. Sweet. And then we've got the laser cannon. We've got the laser cannon. 6 up save, please, my dearest Thomas. No. Thomas. And then we have got... Oh, it's only the 1 damage.
I reduced that to
0. Of course you do. Yeah. No, so 1 damage. And then the heavy blotters. Oh, yes, very good showing. Very good willing there, sir. Very good, very good.
Actually, that's how it works.
No, it used to work like that on the Sisters of Battle war suits because it didn't save to a minimum of 1. 2 saves, please. 4 ups.
That would be horrific.
Nope. So you've lost another Marine. So you should have lost 3 from that squad from that tank. So you should have lost 2. No. I can't remember now. I feel like there should be one more.
You've killed 1, you dealt damage to that guy, and then you've killed 4 from
right.
that squad.
Okay, very good. So I haven't killed an extra man from there, is what you're saying. Was it 1 from the battle? It was 2 from the battle cannon, wasn't it? I'll check. It should be 2. There should have been 2 that were killed.
Okay.
Then 2 from the battle cannon, and then 1 from the combined las cannon and whatnot.
I'll just take 1 off.
We'll double check, but take 1 off preliminarily, and we'll put it back off camera if we need to once we've checked. Yes, excellent. Now, straight away we'll just go straight into the next little chappy chap, and we're just going to go for this guy. Now he is just going to put everything he's got into that squad there. So we've got the Exterminator autocannon. Again, making a damn fine effort of trying to miss a shitload. We'll see. Yeah, still doing a good job there, mate. Well done. 2 wounds at AP -2. Takes a wound. And then we've got the heavy bolters. Damn you, sir. He's done very well with heavy bolters there. Can't complain too much about him. Oh, didn't translate any though, or convert any, whatever the appropriate term is. 2 more wounds from him, please. So he's done another wound and a bit. So that's 1.5 Marines dead from there. How many are there? 4. What? 4 left. I feel like a charge did it once. It might do it again. But that was a fixed bayonets charge, so maybe not. We'll have to see. Definitely feel like I can charge that 1 Marine over there. Now, that is interesting. What we're going to do now is we're going to have... We've got 2 more squads over here that want to fire over into this big 10-man squad, because they're doing naughty things right now. So my thinking is, what we do is I've got Marbo, so we'll do Marbo on camera, and then we'll do a little bit of stuff off camera just to see where we end up. So Marbo is going to shoot his Ripper Pistol into the squad there. He hits with everything. And then he's going to shoot his Ripper Pistol again. He gets 2 wounds. They're 2 damage each. Do you want to just roll those? There you go. You lose 2 more Poxwalkers. There you go. Nice. Yes, Marbo. Yes. He's going to have every single one of them by the end of the game. He's killed 5 of them so far, which is not bad. So like I said, we'll do a little bit of stuff off camera, boys, and we'll see what we've got left, because I need to decide where these 2 tanks here are going to go. So once we did all of the small little bits of rifle shooting, we were able to reduce this squad down to just 2. Harker actually finished off the wounded one, and then various small arms fire came in and killed a couple of other ones, bringing them down to just 2 men in that squad. I was also able, with this squad here, to do a decent amount of damage into this unit, killing, I think it was 2, and doing a wound to another one. Not too bad at all. Now, we're then going to go on to the last 2 big boom boom tanks. These are the things that might actually do some damage here. Now, we're going to go for Gatekeeper first. Ooh. No, we're going to have to go for non-Gatekeeper first, because I worry his line of sight's not quite as good. So non-Gatekeeper first is going to come over here through this window and shoot that man there so we can avoid the dents. So we're going to go for here. The number of shots is going to be... Oh, it's the big one. This is why I saved my CP. I'm using it now. Into a 3. I'll take that. I'll take it.
200% increase.
Can't complain about that, can you? Okay, now. Here we go. Oh, no! It's been happening all game. I keep saying they're doing their best to miss, and he's only gone and done it. He's bloody missed with most of his shots. 2 wounds there. 2 5-ups, Tom.
2 5-ups.
2 5-ups.
Messings up now.
No. So 1 Plague Marine over there is going to die. Then we've got the laser cannon, which does hit. And then, of course, it fails to wound. Naturally, if I'm not using those dice again, let me... You're all in the dice jail. You're all in dice jail. There you go. No reroll 1s on this guy, unfortunately. God, that was a lot of 2s. Always happens. 3 more wounds. AP -1 on those Plague Marines. I do kill another one, so that's not too bad. And then I think Gatekeeper's going to have to go in there and try and finish them off. Finish them off. All right, number of shots. Okay, it's the big 9. Okay, Gatekeeper's not fucking around. Okay, come on, Gatekeeper. Come on, just blow them all back to the fucking Stone Age. There's 5 Marines there. You can do this, man. You can fucking do it. I believe in you. Okay, 2 misses. All right. Okay. Should probably re-roll that one for the sake of fairness. It's okay. The dice gods reward me. 6 saves. 6 ups. Dead, alive, dead. This is really annoying. I have no idea how many you've...
That's even too many. So.
You've taken too many, and I think you passed 2 of them.
Yeah, passed 2.
Please don't roll like that again. That was really confusing. So there's 1 guy left. Laser cannon, misses. And then we've got the heavy bolters. Gets 1 hit. And doesn't even wound, but you've got morale to make there, so we'll see. You've already used your auto pass as well, so he has to roll a big fat stinky 1 or he is gone. Now that is all of my shooting. Interesting. It's now time to go over to the charge phase. I do have a couple of charges here. Dreadnought is going to charge in there, and Marbo is going to charge in there. Now let's go for Marbo first. We'll just do these on camera. It's all right. They're all pretty close, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So Marbo is going to go first. Ooh, so close. I don't think he gets +1. I don't think so.
Well,
I think he gets to re-roll.
Do you know what brutal strategy?
No, that's your front like a baton gives you. No. So we'll just double check. I think he gets re-rolls. If he gets +1, he'll be in. If not, he's not in this turn. Simple as that. Then we're going to go for the Kashchan squad here. They're going to charge into that lone Plague Marine there. Yeah, they've got in there. And then we're going to have the Dreadnought charge into the squad in front of them, which they do successfully manage to do. Oh, I forgot one bit of shooting. It's all right, we'll do it off camera. It's the bloody cannon. I always forget about it. Because you can shoot in combat. So we'll just do that off camera, guys, and we'll back with the result. But, yes, I think just the Dreadnought's going to charge in. I don't want to lose too much infantry here. I'm happy with my scenario. Fuck it, Harker will charge in as well, because he's such a knobhead. Yeah, Harker's charging as well. All right, so we'll charge those guys in, and we're back in just a moment. So we've double-checked it, and Marbo, unfortunately, does not get +1 to charge. He just simply gets rerolls, and that meant that he failed both times. He'll get him next time, boys. Don't worry, he'll get him next time. Over here, Harker and the Dreadnought have moved in against the Terminators, and they'll be prepared to fight over there. And then, coming around here, the Cash Giants have absolutely dogpiled that one Plague Marine. Hopefully, they will be able to get him first. And then this is actually really interesting. The Chem Cannon Hellhound has consistently just been melting the shit out of these Plague Marines. He's been doing all his work off camera. He's kind of the unsung hero. Yeah. And he killed 3.5, 4 of them in total. Four. So that's pretty good. And then because of that, he did that in the shooting phase. I was like, right, well, I'll just charge in against both of these Plague Marine squads and I'll just keep tying them up. So that's what he's done. So he's actually single-handedly sort of holding this flank because it's stopping Tom from being able to... He has taken 2 squads of Marines out of the fight for 2 turns. Can't complain about that too much. So this is what I've been talking about, how like the best way to use your Hellhound. Lone Wolf tactics like this is really the best way to make use of him. Just having him a little annoying threat on the side that your opponent doesn't really could be bothered dealing with, but it's actually causing them a bit of a headache. So that is the situation of there. We're going to go... Because, Tom, I believe you can interrupt. I feel like the Dreadnought will be able to survive your machinations over here. But I am concerned that these Catachan boys over here might get smashed if you interrupt over there with that one man. Because you've got a flail and everything there. So we're going to fight there first. So we are going to have 11 attacks. Okay, I've got... This is the first 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now, we did not fix bayonets. So hit on 4s. Okay. So miss. But that is a 6. So that one goes back in there. Now we're then wounding you, sir. On 5s. Oh, God! No wounds. Damn it, sir. All right, do you want to fight me back then? The main thing is that I've reclaimed the objective. That's the important thing. Does he get 4 attacks? That seems...
He does get 4 attacks.
Wow, gadzooks. All right, got a couple of hits.
The thing is, what I should have done...
Yeah.
Is I should have spent a CP to make his damage just overflow.
Okay.
But I won't do that because
it's entirely up to you.
No. It's fine.
Okay. Reroll the 1, I imagine. Kills a couple?
Yeah, kills a couple. And if it spilled over, it would have been 4. I would have died.
That's pretty gnarly. Yeah. Couple of men have died from that. But the main job is just to tie him up and to reclaim that objective for Holy Terror. We've then got the Bulgrin going in against... you there. Now we've got we've got Officer with a Power Sword. Let's say Bulgrin, I mean Dreadnought. Officer Power Sword, he has got a hit. Oh God, these are the bad dice. They've been mixed back up again with the good dice. No. Yes, we've got a wound. So this will be a 4-up invulnerable save. He's gone and done it. All right, we've then got the Ogren Bodyguard going in there. Okay, that is... oh no, I think he does hit on 2s in combat, you know. So there we go, that's pretty good. And that is going to be 4 wounds at AP 1. Ooh, he's okay. Yeah, he's all right. And then we've got all of the chainsaws and stuff, which is going to be... because actually every single man in that squad's got a chainsaw. So there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's going to be 12 attacks. So here's the first 6. And here's the second 6. All right, now they're hitting on 4s. And the wounding on 5s. Okay, still got a couple of wounds there. So a couple of 2-up saves, please, if you don't mind.
How many? 2?
2. Damn, I was hoping to stick you with the pig sticker. Okay, so now technically you will get to fight back over there with your Blightius Lordius. Oh, sorry, Harker. Harker is there. Harker's going in. He's hit you all of the times. He is technically, I don't mean to alarm you, he is technically strength 6. He's strength 5 with brutal strength. That's 3 wounds.
It'd be T6.
Yes, he's are they T6?
Yes.
Oh well, you pass all the saves anyway. Let's just say there you go. Pass that save and let's call it even.
Well, does he not get the...
He's strength 6, but he doesn't get +1 to wound. Yeah, it's not frontline combatant. No. Okay, you may now fight me back, sir.
Okay, guess I'll have to pile into you then, won't I?
No, well, I have based you, sir. I have based you.
It's these 2 that I need to pile in.
So it's those 2, sir.
So, I mean, this guy's just
oh dear. Okay.
There we go. Right.
Strachan will withstand you, sir.
He will.
He will withstand you.
He will withstand me. So the soldiers. So I have to attack him, don't I?
You do. So might as well do him first. So Harker versus Terminator. Are you spending your magical Trevor CP this time?
No. 1 wound.
1 wound. Okay. Now that will go straight through, but I am Stone Tooth, which means on a 5+ I ignore it. No, of course it didn't, because he's Harker. All right, so he's still alive.
How many wounds does he have?
He's got 3 left.
Interesting.
Why is that interesting? Just a 40-point slab of meat.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
He is really weird, man. He's terrible. Okay, then you've got, I'm going to say 2 that have to go into the Dreadnought because they are based by my men.
I'll put all 3. I'll put 3 of them into the Dreadnought. Oh, wait, no, I've got this one. Yeah. I'll do all 4 of them into there then.
You're going everything but 1 into
the last guy won't be able to take that.
Okay. So you're not going after Strachan at all?
No.
Okay.
No.
Interesting.
It's a bold move, sir.
It's a bold strategy card. We'll see if it pays off.
Yeah, they'll be with it now.
Yeah. Okay, now you will wound me on 4s because of the Order of the Bastium Stellaris, sir.
Order of the Hoojima Flip.
Oh, God, it didn't pay off.
No. There you go. 6 wounds, sir.
6 wounds, sir. He has failed 4 of them, sir. Dreadnought, sir. Oh.
So, I'm guessing the way you do this is you spend 1 CP to get the command squad with Nork Dead Dog inside.
So there's no Nork Dead Dog here today. It's just a regular Ogun bodyguard. Okay. But it's called a Dreadnought because it's named after him. I took 3 wounds there. So what happens is you spend a CP so that the officer has the relic, the Order of the Bastium Stellaris, which gives him and his whole unit transhuman permanently.
Nice.
1 CP, 1 relic. Tasty. So that's how that Dreadnought works. And then you also take a Cadian command squad so you can use Cadia stands on them. And then they also have transhuman, so you've got double transhuman, which is pretty tasty. Now you have made an error, sir, for Strachan is going to hit you.
Yes.
Although I imagine you were letting Strachan do his rule of cool thing. Yes, very cool. We'll just go with that.
After the time you had a go at me for stopping the Space Marine dude charging, I let you do the cool stuff now.
I didn't have a go at you, man. You just kept using Tanglefoot until I wanted. I rage quit with Tanglefoot.
Your little baby lip was.
It was going, man. It was going. I wouldn't have. That's different, though. I actually would have had no issue with you targeting Strachan in this case. If you want to target Strachan, it's not the end of the world because he could have probably tanked a lot of damage. But there we go. Okay, now he has missed with 2 attacks.
But you know what that means?
But he's got 6, hasn't he? So they all hit.
Yes.
He wounds you on 2s as well. So he's an absolute fucking monster. He's a fucking weapon.
7,
okay. 7, yeah. So he's just going to kill 1 and put 1 on a wound. Going to kill the wounded 1.
Okay. And then put 1 on a wound, I'm guessing?
Yeah, well, no, 1 on 2 wounds because it's you only failed once. You only failed 2 saves. You rolled very well then. You've rolled very well. I feel like Strachan, you're sort of denying Strachan's coolness with your ability to roll well, but can't really fault you for that one, to be honest.
It was pretty cool him getting just 10 attacks, just going, stabbing something.
There we go. So that is the...
You get to fight me back over there.
Oh, over there. We can do all that stuff off camera.
Yes.
So we'll do that stuff off camera, and we're back with a summary of the points of turn 3. So we just wrapped the rest of the turn up off camera. The Hellhound did no wounds in combat to the Plague Marines, and in return they were able to scrape a wound off it, which is pretty good. In case you're wondering what happened to the command squad, we forgot to mention this at the beginning of the turn. Tom used a CP to cut one of them down. I managed to pass through the mortal wounded to me. And then the Sigil of Corruption did another mortal wound to me, which finished him off.
Yes.
Couldn't medic that one.
Technically did the mortal wound in
morale phase and so on and so forth. But the cumulative result was you did 3 mortal wounds to me, and I only managed to feel no pain one of them.
Yes.
There we go. In terms of other morale-like objects, Tom failed his morale test. He actually failed one. I know, rejoice, Tom has actually managed to fail a morale check. It is a miracle. And he actually failed 2. So the morale over here was failed, which meant one guy ran away. He kept the chap that was on the objective. He passed the morale check over here, which was most annoying. And then he failed his morale over here, which meant that this one lone man that was holding the objective, which was actually quite important, ran away. And you'd already burnt your autopath, hadn't you, earlier in the game? So that's a shame. Now, funny moment. You may be wondering, what about the whole, I'm going to make you -4 leadership, Tim? Because Tom was like, I've killed 2 of you guys here, so I'm going to make you -4 leadership. And therefore, your men will run away. And I was like, that stratagem has never appeared before in our games. And now suddenly it seems to be doing really well.
Has appeared before in our games, but there was a certain unit I was using it on.
So, Tom, why are you a Tau player?
So...
He's Tau Tom now.
Basically, I've been using it on Plague Marines, but the reason is because I normally just run Blight Lords, and it's a Blight Lord stratagem. So
as a result, guys, Tom previously in the game had made me burn my autopass morale. And so I actually would have had that still in the bank. I couldn't have physically failed the morale test. So what we've done to just because it was such an easy way of sorting out is I have still burnt my autopass morale. I just did it on this lone flamer guy here. We didn't shoot the flamer guy. We didn't use him for banners or anything like that. We just basically said that lone flamer guy there sticks around, which would have meant that I've still used it. So we're not rewinding time too much. We've just done it in a different place. And the only difference is that that would have meant that I would have held that objective.
You wouldn't, because there would have been 3...
was there 2 Blight Lords on it anyway? So it made no difference. So I'll just use it on that one guy there just to make up. And then we've got 1 Flamer man there. And so I don't hold that objective. And so the score hasn't changed at all. We've just made, just so you wonder why that, why that Flamer guy is still there.
It does take 2 points off me for Flame Vectors though.
Okay, well that's fair enough. That seems like the most fair and balanced way of resolving that, because you've lost a couple of points, something that you legitimately shouldn't have had, and I've not scored any more primary, which is fair. So we've called it, guys. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of comments. You're building up a lot of lambasting down there in the comment section today, Tom. Jeez Louise. It's just going to be endless. Just Tom. Oh my god. Upvote video if he is a cheating Tau player. Downvote video. No, don't downvote it. Don't dislike it. No. Alright.
Legit, I've never played with Plague Marines before.
Yeah.
So, that sounds like it should be a strategy for everyone. No.
You are trench fighters and that is it, and you will enjoy it, sir. That's all you have.
So, when I said that they have 2 good stratagems?
It's one. Oh my god. That is it. That is my turn 3. We're going into turn 4. It's both sides are pretty battered. It's another game, Tom, where we're both in turn 4, and we've actually got models left.
Yes.
This is weird.
Very weird.
It's like we're taking more balanced armies against each other, which is interesting.
You can't really call your Katachan list a balanced list.
You heard it here first!
It's a
Katachan's meta! Katachan meta! Katachan meta here! Strachan auto include.
If you would have had Born Soldiers, you would have cleared every last Plague Marine off the board by now.
That's why we're taking more balanced lists. Balanced. If you put a kilogram of shit against on a scale versus a kilogram of piss, it's balanced. It's just both horrible things, right?
True.
And with that beautiful imagery in mind, we'll go into your turn 4.
If you were Born Soldiers, you would have just picked up everything by now.
But I wanted Strachan.
I wanted him.
I wanted Strength 7 Strachan with hitting and wounding fucking Blight Lords on fucking 2s, man. I once saw him kill a Blight Lord with a fucking pencil. He's the fucking boogeyman.
Have we been taking into account the -1 to hit, by the way?
Nah.
There we go, that's your mistake.
There you go.
I passed him!
I tell you what, give that guy a win back. Give that win back.
I've got so many fucking stratagems wrong this game, I'm just going to accept it.
I'm just going to do this, viewers. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. There you go. Equals, pequals.
I will put it back.
There we go. All right. We'll be back when we've actually finally got our rule right going into turn number 4. All right. We are about to enter into round 4. But before we do, Tom, take us through the scores as they stand at the midpoint of the game at the end of round 3.
Okie dokie. So Tim has got 5/4 boots on the ground. He is maxed inflexible in that last turn. He has got 4 banners, and he got 4 on the primary for this turn, and he got 1 on the tertiary for this turn. So yeah, that's what your secondaries and primaries.
Nice, very good.
I've currently got 7 on Spread the Sickness, 4 on War Ritual, 3 on Fleeing Vectors, and I will be getting 8 on the primary going into this turn.
Very nice, very nice. So the scores are relatively equal. I think you're slightly ahead on primary as it stands now, but I am slightly ahead on secondary. So it's all to play for. Very equals, pequals. Okay, now Tom, you actually don't have a huge amount to do in your turn. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to have a summary turn for the Death Guard turn 4. And we'll be back once Tom has done that. We'll take you through what happened. Death Guard turn 4 was fast yet furious. The Plague Marines that were in combat with the Hellhound fell back onto the objective, and the Plague Surgeon charged into combat with the Kazachan squad that was fighting the Flail Man. Unfortunately, the Plague Surgeon did absolutely nothing. He missed with every single attack like a true hero of Nurgle. The Chaos Gods they giveth, they also taketh away. The squad that was in combat with the Flail Man actually managed to beat him to death, finally killed him, which was good. Unfortunately, we still don't hold that objective because of those damn Plague Marines, sir. Then over here, Tom did a rather sneaky maneuver, and he charged in with his Warlord and also with the 2 remaining Plague Marines here. That was enough to take me off my objective between their shooting and their combat and my morale. All 13 men that were holding that objective were dead, I say. Then we came over to the big old combat Aruni over here, and Tom rolled a lot of 4-up invulnerable saves. In fact, when you take into account how many wounds I did to him, he actually only failed 1 out of 15 4-up invulnerable saves. Strachan did 6 wounds to him and only managed to sneak 1 through. All the Dreadnought weapons, the power weapons, they hit really well, they wounded really well, and Tom just kept making them 4-ups. In fact, after that one little wound that Strachan got through, there was no other damage to be seen. Even Harker wasn't able to get a wound. Even Harker hit and wounded, and Tom just made loads of 2-up saves. So unfortunately, Tom's luck did spike at that point, and it was a little disappointing because Strachan really probably should have added another Terminator skull to his belt, but unfortunately it was not possible. But the Bionic Man was pretty tough, and I got some 4-up saves my way, and it did mean that the Strachan was able to stick around, and he only took 1 wound despite the fact that Tom put 4 wounds on him, which is pretty good. Harker is down to 1 wound now. He has made a couple of he did make a couple of Feel No Pains finally, but the Ogrin is feeling very worse for wear. He actually has failed a lot of saves. He failed a lot of Feel No Pains, and he only is now remaining on 1 wound. So bit annoying there. I feel like if Strachan had been able to claim another head, it might have allowed us to start, eventually swinging that fight back in our favour, but unfortunately it was not to be. Last Dimension, Poxwalkers over here, they did regrow with the Dead Walk again, I believe that's what it's called, and then they spreadeth the sickness on these objectives here.
I don't know what that stratagem does very well, actually.
That's the one stratagem he's got right all game. Turns out it's for Terminus S only Poxwalkers.
Actually, it's for cultists.
For cultists, yes. Raise the banners high. Oh, he's cheated again. So it's actually it was a pretty interesting turn for Tom there. He's denied me a lot of primary. I'm only going to get 4 primary this turn, but I'm hoping this will be the last turn he can do that to me, because my plan here is basically to pick up the units that are here, and those Plague Marines there. And I feel like if I can achieve that, then he hasn't really got anything else that can stop me from doing my primary. And that's when I can start winning the game turn 4, turn 5. So we'll have to see. Of course, Marbo is around. He is going to try and take on the Poxwalkers. There's a high possibility that he will become a Poxwalker, but we'll have to see how it goes. So that was a summary of the Death Guard turn 4.
Marbo doesn't become a Poxwalker. The Poxwalkers become Marbo.
That's true. That is true. He just, like, tears the skin off and says, I will join you. And that's
Some say that his tears actually cure the pox.
But he never cries.
He's never cries.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we will be back with Imperial Guard summary, turn 4. Turn 4 summary for the Imperial Guard. Pretty good turn for us that time. I think we managed to finally turn this franchise around. So what I called the Melty Man drove forward here, melted his customary 2 Plague Marines. He always kills 1 or 2 Plague Marines. And then he charged into the Poxwalkers where both sides proceeded to do no damage to each other. It was just like, bleh. But he didn't even really need to charge. I just thought it was bleh. It's just funny because he's just like, he's ended up all the way over here via combat as a guard vehicle. Fucking legend. Over here, the men that had fallen back from the Plague Surgeon got re-engaged by him. He killed 4 of them, and then another couple ran away, but just enough stuck around for that objective to be mine. Excellent. Over here, the iron spine of the Imperial line. The battle tanks continue to do what battle tanks do. And I finally felt like I had a bit of punch behind my guns. I just feel like I've been kind of rolling a bit rubbishly. I'm sure you guys have seen that on camera. Like, I feel like sometimes the heavy bolts have done all right, but the main guns have just consistently rolled fucking 2s to wound you, which is really frustrating. But I actually had a little bit of a boost, and the 3 normal battle tanks went into the Plague Marines and killed every last man jack of them. And then the Gatekeeper man fired into Tom's Warlord and just splattered him. Gatekeeper just gatekeeped. Not coming into this community. There you go. And then after that, there was a couple of Plague Marines that were there. Of course, they were picked up by this infantry squad. The Melter Gun didn't do its job, but everything else did manage to bring them down with just weight of firepower. Over in the big bash in the middle, it was a pretty gnarly brawl. The Strachan actually managed to pull out his fucking sword and his bionic arm, and he killed 2 of them single-handedly. Tom just stopped making fort saves, which was nice.
Yeah, I rolled like 4 ones.
Yeah,
I was like, there you go, Tim.
And then the Ogrin went in. So Strachan killed 2. The Ogrin went in and killed another. The Power Sword guy finished off the one that the Ogrin had damaged. And there was like 1 guy left in the squad. I killed 3 at that. Killed 3 at that point. And there was one had like 1 wound left over. And he died to a chainsword. The Combat Platoon Command Squad. Totally worth it. Because for those that don't know, you can put chainsaws on platoon
How
commanders.
many of those command squads can you run?
3. Well, technically 6. Because
that
technically 9.
bodyguard combo is insane.
Oh, Dreadnoughts, you can only realistically run 2 of them.
Okay.
But that's why I ran 2 of them. It's very tough, isn't it?
Yeah, them 2 units are insane. I can imagine like either sitting them on like midfield objectives or the centre objective and just like somebody being like, oh yeah, I could probably pick that up, and then just absolutely doing nothing to it and being like,
well, that's the whole point of it. It's just a brick wall. And then your guy in the middle there unfortunately died to a melter gun.
Yeah,
he just got melted. It was quite amusing. And then but the funniest thing was Marbo. He went in, he shot 1.
Yeah.
He charged, he killed 4 more. I thought, I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Yep.
And then Tom went, I'm going to spend 2 CP so that they get 4 rolls to hit. Oh, and they do mortal wounds on 6s to hit.
And we double checked it! Because even though I knew these 2 strategies were right, I said to him, I was like, on principle, because of this game where we're both fucked up, I said, I'm going to read to the letter whether this is what this does. And it
worked.
And it worked.
You did 4 wounds to Marbo.
4 mortal wounds.
4 mortal wounds to Marbo and 3 normal wounds. He passed 2 of his 5-up saves. He failed the last one. I re-rolled it. He failed it. And Marbo has joined the Poxwalkers. So if you hadn't regrown them, he would have killed the whole squad. But as it is, you regrew them and Yeah, he's had a bit of a tricky game this time, but he's been a ton of fun, and I feel like he has kind of been fucking with you.
I feel like you have to put him against like maybe higher priority targets instead of like chaffy units.
I think he's not that good into higher priority. He's 50 points of fun. That's where you take him.
Yeah, that's to be fair. Yeah, he's just an annoying like thing which your opponent has to deal with.
He was getting me an extra like boots on the ground point, which was hilarious. So I think it was. I'll obviously double check that.
That's worth it in that case. 50 points for like 1 VP.
Just put him in the
over
corner.
5 turns.
Just put him in the corner.
5 VP.
Emotional sports.
Nobody puts Marbo in the corner.
Nobody puts Marbo in the corner. So that was the end. In terms of the fight back, by the way, over here, I should say that the Blight Lords did manage to put Strachan down to but a single wound, which was tough. But then the Ogun Bodyguard tanked everything else. He did a really, really good job of just making orders feel no pains and everything. And the Order of the Bastion Stellaris stopped a lot of damage coming through as well, so that was nice.
And the fight over here, 4 Poxwalkers did nothing to the Hellhound, and the Hellhound did nothing to the Poxwalkers, so that was great.
That was good. Exciting times, riveting stuff, top tier play. So that is the end of round 4. We're going to come back to you with the end of round 5. We'll see if we might do a massive summary, but we'll see. But we'll be back with at least the Death Guard next turn. Death Guard turn 5 has been completed, and it was rapid fire, hyper action, hyper drive. Here we go. And essentially, the Poxwalkers and the Hellhound continue to do absolutely nothing to each other in combat. And Tom did fall back. I've just noticed this guy with a giant bug for a head. He did fall back onto the objective. You cannot escape the turret weapon though, Tom. I can shoot out of combat. Bughead Man the Third. Barry the Bughead Man the Third. In terms of other things, the Marbo Poxwalkers, the Moxwalkers, he's just Day 37. The Poxwalkers now have accepted me as one of their own. They don't yet suspect that I am not one of them. They have moved on to the objective there, and they are just holding it for the hell of it. Can't do much else with them, so there we go. And then it came over to the combat, and Strachan was an absolute beast. He missed with 1 attack, and then proceeded to get 3 6s to hit, which meant that he got an additional 6 hits. Oh. And then he just went into Tom, and he only failed on 2 wounds. And Tom, honestly, if he had done that round 1, he probably would have cut down 3 Terminators single-handedly. Because Tom didn't do that well on your 4-ups, did you? Strachan, turn 2, was it? Turn 3, went into combat with those Terminators, and he's come out
and
the other side.
Came out.
Yeah. He is the Bionic Man. He is the Terminator, bro. I'm not even joking.
He is the walking beam blade.
He is the walking beam blade. I kid you not, man. He's an auto include in every list going forward. No, he's amazing. Even in Born Soldiers, he's amazing. Think about it. When I was saying to Tom off camera, imagine if you had someone who was taking a traditional Chaos Marine list or Marine equivalent list, and they'd have 5 men sat on objective. Strachan's just going to run up to them like that scene in Monty Python when Lancelot's charging the castle down. Exactly. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? And then he just goes in. He will single-handedly clear an objective of anything that's not a Terminator. It's only... And if you weren't using fucking Blight Lords, he would have been taking names without a problem. It's the fact that you reduced damage was the problem. Because he's only damaged 2, but... I'm telling you now, boys, this weekend I'm going to tournament. Strachan is taking on Angron. He's going to come out the other side of that fight. I'm calling it. And I'm just going to refuse to let my opponent bring Angron back because it would just spoil the moment.
And it's written in the rules. No!
I'm backing it up with this fucking size 9 boot.
Let me read from the Lectitio Divinitatis.
Yes. I will fight you, sir. I will fight you, and I don't care if it's over a game of Toy Soldier. Strachan must have Angron's head. God, honestly...
I'll bring the TO. The TO's tunic fits over many responsibilities.
It's cheating then. Not yet. The TO will decide your fate. I am the TO.
That's what you're like at your bolt action.
Yeah, it is.
But that's not allowed. I am the TO.
I am the TO. Yeah, honestly, if he's going to take Khan on. At the very least, he's going to take Khan on 1v1. He's going to be him, hands down. But the last thing to mention is the Plague Surgeon just finished off the last 2 guardsmen there. He did fuck up his first round of combat back in turn 3, but since then he's pulled his finger out and he's taken it seriously, and he's done all right. It's obviously his annual review's coming up, so he needs to put in some decent time there. All right, so I do love the idea of like applying like real world like situations to like fucking plague reads and stuff. God, that review's coming, mate. I got to put the time in. How many guys did I kill this quarter? Jesus Christ, not fulfilling my quota. So that was the end of turn.
Your organs on the donation list as he stands.
Back in M30, you said you would be an organ donor. There you go. Whoa. So that is the end of turn 5 for the Death Guard. That is the final round for them. We will go into the Guard turn 5. We'll do a summary of it. My intention is to have Strachan claim one last head. And then also to see if I can get a few points, like get an extra boost to the ground point with my command squad and all that kind of stuff. So we'll be back. We'll be back in Guard turn 5. And once again, we reached the end of a turn 5 and we reached the end of a game. We'll quickly take you through what happened in the Guard turn because it was full of more epic moments. And then we will get to the final score. So, as I am a Guard player, sir, and I have honour, sir, I decided that Strachan would take the head of the Plague Surgeon. None other shall deny Strachan his kill. So I actually didn't move any of the tanks. I didn't really do anything with them. I just sort of plopped them on objectives so that they would have a good time. And then Strachan, in terms of shooting, we only had one little bit of shooting.
Actually, you were very dishonourable, sir.
Why was I?
You said you wouldn't shoot me with Strachan, sir, but you did shoot me with Strachan.
No, I wasn't going to shoot with the tanks. Dude, the guy's got the shotgun from fucking Alien 2, right? Like, I'm going to use that. So the only bit of shooting that I really had of note was the Devil Dog, which, Bane Wolf, shot its chem cannon into the one-man Plague Marine squad over there and killed him. This actually turned out to be most significant, which we'll get to later on. Strachan then consolidated and then moved over here, and then he shot the Plague Surgeon. And I just saved this for close encounters. Eat this! And he just blew a fucking wound off the Plague Surgeon, which was nice. And then he charged him, and it was actually pretty clutch. Strachan needed to kill the Plague Surgeon, because if he didn't, then it would have meant that, again, I wouldn't have got a point for killing a unit. But I should not have worried. Strachan went in, he missed once, but got another 2 6s. So the man has just consistently run around as getting like 10 plus hits. And he just wounds anything on 2s with frontline combatant. He's an unstoppable machine. He's absolutely incredible. Honestly, I'm not even joking, guys. He is an auto include in every guide list I'm making going forward. Worth every fucking penny. He's just a combat beast. You don't. What other combat do you need? Oh, I'll spend points on Rough Riders. Nah, fuck that. I'm taking Strachan.
It reminds me of me playing Mortars for 2 games. You're like, I need to take Mortars.
I need to take Mortars, man. Oh. So we raised the banner over here with Flamer Man. Harker could have done it, but we did it with Flamer Man because Harker doesn't get any glory because he's a terrible unit. And then this squad over here raised a banner here, which got us extra point. And then the command squad moved into the centre of the board. Upon sighting the centre of the board, sir, I advanced. That's my style. And that got me an extra boost to the ground point. All of these little points that we're talking about were very, very important. Very important indeed. Because it came down to one last charge, you see. The infantry squad received a fixed bayonets from Strachan. This meant that they got cold steel and courage. This meant that they were able to go into combat and have auto-winning 6s in combat. They charged in, and then I got overexcited and went with Strachan first, which that Tom meant that Tom was able to interrupt, and he killed 5 of my guys. He interrupted and did the mortal wounds stratagem, which meant that he got 5 Poxwalkers back. My guys actually did really well, and ended up killing basically all the guys that had gone over to the dark side. But it wasn't enough to swing the objective my way. And that meant I didn't hold more objectives than... Damn Marbo. Bloody... Marbo dying meant I didn't hold that objective.
I will say, I like to believe that it was the Marbo zombie which just killed all of your guys.
Oh, yeah.
Just turned around.
Oh, yeah. I'm undercover here, boys. I'm sorry. Got to stick to my principles. Just fucking kills them. Yeah, so Marbo zombie killed like 5 of my own guys, which is horrendous.
You believe I'm a Poxwalker?
That's hilarious. The end result is, guys, I didn't hold that objective, which meant that at the end of the game, I did not hold more objectives than my opponent, which means for the first time in Fortica history, someone who went second didn't score 12 points at the end of the game for primary, which is pretty mad. Therefore, it got to the end. That was the end of my turn. That was the end of the game. Tom, take us through those final scores.
I will, sir. So, for me on my primary, it was 37 points in total.
What did I get on my primary?
Tim, you got 33 on your primary.
Oh, God! Damn you, Marbo Zombie! Damn you, Marbo Zombie! Damn your
Spread
eyes!
the Sickness, I got 12.
Okay, what did I get?
Oh, no, sorry. I got 11 for Spread the Sickness.
Oh.
And you got 11 for Boots on the Ground.
Oh.
And then for Warp Ritual, I got 8 for Inflexible Command. You got 15.
Oh, good old Inflex, never let you down.
Fleeing Vectors, I got 10. For Banners, you got 7.
Oh.
Both got 10 painting score.
Of course.
I got 29 on the secondaries in total. You got 34. And that means it comes down to a 76-76 final with me and Tim both
getting a draw
again.
I think, did you say I got 8 for Banners?
7.
7, yeah. No, my final score at the bottom should be 33 there. I think.
Is it
Yeah. Because otherwise everyone's just going to listen to that a bit and be like, no, we won by 1 point. No. I thought I got 8 for Banners at the end of the game because I had assumed I would raise one there, but I hadn't, so we took that point off and that's for there. But long story short, it's a draw. It's a draw. What an amazingly close fought game, and we still got stuff left on the board. These bloody Poxwalkers. Every time Tom runs Poxwalkers, they always win in the game or something from losing the game. Amazing. That's a straight up draw. That's a draw WTC. That's a draw in all situations.
Yeah, these catachumps couldn't kill a few Poxwalkers.
Catachumps. Yeah. God, I mean, what a game. Tell you what, let's have 30 seconds each. Final thoughts. Yeah. And then we'll wrap the battle report up. All right, Tom. 1 minute of final thoughts and how you thought the game went. How did you find running the big old horde with lots of Plague Marines? Because you've not used Plague Marines before. And what was your MVP?
The MVP was you for reminding me what the stratagems did.
No.
No.
I thought you were getting really upset with me at one point.
In all honesty, it's kind of hard to pick an MVP for me because it's like I don't like Death Guard at the minute. I like as the army goes.
Yeah.
Like, I think they have nothing really to.
I've got nothing left.
I will say the Plague Reeds were cool. The Blight Lords are always just good.
I think the Blight Lords were MVP, man.
The Poxwalkers just for killing Marbo. The Poxwalkers.
Yeah.
Just because killed Marbo.
MVP was Marbo Zombie.
Yeah, Marbo Zombie who killed 5 of his own
5
men.
of my own men. Jeez.
I'm acting like a dead fly.
My final thoughts were facing off against the Horde was really tough. Really, really tough. I felt like you put so much pressure on me. I felt like I was just killing and killing and killing. But it's a really tough Horde. So I felt like I would be blasting 3 tanks into a Plague Marine squad and it'd still be standing. It was really difficult. But overall, I would say I didn't actually get much use out of veteran guerrillas at all. Didn't really have to ignore your cover very much. There was 1 or 2 times when you're hiding in dens. Oh, I don't care, veteran guerrillas, all that kind of stuff. But apart from that, it didn't really make a big difference.
What I will say as well is I know we make a meme out of me being Advancer, that's my style.
But it worked.
But to be fair, is the way I play Death Guard is essentially I just try and it's sort of waves. Or it's just putting pressure on until the final turns essentially. And again, I was surprised at how resilient they were because in the first turn when you only killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
With a bunch of Poxwalkers, I was like, okay. And then next turn you killed I think it was 16.
Still not that many.
I was like, this is interesting, and that's why I just kept on launching them forward.
Yeah, 100%. I wonder what would have happened if you'd had just 90 Plague Marines.
Well, originally the list was going to be all the Plague Marines without the Poxwalkers, but with 2 Plague Burst Crawlers.
I don't think that would have worked.
I think the Plague Burst Crawlers would have just.
You wouldn't have been able to do Marbo Zombie.
Yeah, wouldn't have had that. So.
Yeah. My MVP, very obviously, Strachan. Absolute fucking weapon. He's out of those 7 Blight Lords, he single-handedly killed 5 of them. And he then, I can tell you now, if Strachan hadn't been in that fight...
Was it not Harker that year?
Harker did fuck all, man. He's such a knob.
Do you know what? All these guys are going, I love Harker, stop bullying him.
He's such a knob. Yeah, knock him over. Without Strachan in that fight, I could not have beaten those Terminators. I would not have had the AP. I would have not had the decent attacks. And that was Strachan, in my opinion, going into the unit he is least suited to fighting. Terminators with a -1 damage. Oh, he would have taken him. He would have taken him in an RB. He had him for lunch. So Strachan was my MVP by miles. I cannot wait to use him more often. Yeah, he was really, really good. And then he just anything that wasn't like he just killed that Plague Surgeon in a heartbeat, man. He just absolutely smashed him. So I'm really excited to see how he does at the weekend because his first game will be against World Eaters. And I just got a feeling.
Suffer not the heretic!
Yes, I just got Do I have to do everything myself? Come on, me! Come on, me! Come on, you apes! You want to live forever? There we go. Come on, me! Do you want to live forever? There we go. Like just bigging himself up there. Come on, me! We can do this. Only a demon Primarch. There we go. All right, boys. And on that badly mangled final quote of the game, I hope you guys enjoyed today's game. I hope it was a lot of fun watching something a bit different. Hope you enjoyed watching Strachan just ham on anything and everything that he came across. Let us know what you think down in the comment section. Of course, little thing to mention, we do have a new battle mat today, as you can see. We thought we'd break it out. So let us know what you thought of the new battle mat and then sort of new terrain and stuff like that. If you did enjoy today's game and you want to see more content like this, then please consider becoming a channel member or Patreon supporter. It does make a big old difference.
It turned Strachan into the man he was today.
It did. The mobile infantry made Strachan the one-man army he is today. Amazing. Of course, as always, like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. It really does help with the all-knowing and mysterious algorithm. Do you want to know how weird the algorithm is, guys? Me and Tom were chatting about this off screen. We put a short out 3 months ago. It sat at 2,000-3,000 views. We thought, whatever. And then yesterday, it went up to 20,000 for no reason. So there you go.
It was all those Krieg engineers.
It was all those Krieg engineers, yeah, maybe. So liking and subscribing, really, and just watching. Sometimes it just makes the YouTube algorithm go nuts and really helps out. But without further ado, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And of course, as always, I'll see you guys next time.